Good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
He might have fleas. I'm not sure. He was scratching just a minute ago. Yeah, he's scratching. Why are you scratching?
Because I'm itchy.
Oh, well, before we continue with the flea talk, I'm going to do a general welcome to everybody's here, and then we're going to read who's in the chat.
Okay.
All righty. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
All right, so who do we got in the chat, huh? Maybe you can say who they are, and if they have a extra special button, I will play it. How does that sound?
Well, we got TJ Giggles in the chat. How you doing, TJ?
Yeah, there he is. This is for TJ. Next, who's here? Come on now.
Wicked Insanity's here. You know, Mikey.
Mikey, so good to see you here. Thank you so much for your continued loyal support. And most of all, thank you for your friendship. You are a wonderful person. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and you take care.
What else we got? Oh, yeah, we got Boxcar Jerry. How you doing, Jerry? Good to see you. Joshua Graham.
Hello there, Joshua. There we go.
There we go.
And I know it's been a while since we've been live on my channel anyways. We were live on Toy Man's not too long ago, and he's done a couple drum videos. Let me know if you guys can hear us well and all that. As you can see, we're on different cameras now. He's over in Canada, and I'm back in Minnesota, and I've been here since the end of April now. So we are doing good there, Jerry.
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah.
It's a nice sunny day here today.
It's rainy here. It's cloudy, and it's been a little dribbly. Wow, that's loud. What are you eating? Whoa.
Popcorn.
You can hear all the crinkles, but it's good stuff. You must have just popped it. I thought I could smell popcorn.
Yep.
I can't smell your popcorn. I can smell what I just made. Do you want to guess what I made?
Yeah, she killed a bunch of little chickens.
Oh, I did that the other day. I grilled up chicken, yes. But what else did I make today? Do you remember?
Making your little eggy things.
My little eggy things. Yes, I'm making my little eggy things. I don't know. I can't remember what they're actually called. I call them like breakfast egg muffins. It's just basically you have egg and you mix in whatever you want. It's got some cheese. It's got some vegetables. It has some seasoning, a little bit of milk, and you put them in muffin tins. I doubled the recipe, so now I have 24 little easy bites, easy egg bites.
So you're gonna make your own little egg muffins.
I suppose. I mean, they're in a muffin form, so I'll probably just eat it like a muffin. But it's protein.
There you go.
Actually, I'm going to heat it up when I eat it. It's heated up now. I'll probably go grab one after a bit, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I just got them cooked right before we started. So
right.
They're on top of the stove right now, just kind of cooking down a little bit. That's what I can smell, because I put garlic in there and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. This is so strange.
Life
Real
is-
artist, nice to see you.
Oh, look at that. Rail artist happened to pop in. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? Hey!
Anyways, so I thought I would use Fishy and what's his name. Well, that's funny how how they refer to you. Anyway, I thought today, since things have finally settled down a bit, actually Ron had inspired me to do this because today I wasn't going anywhere. So it's like, you know what? I have time to live stream finally. So I thought we could use today to kind of update you of some of the events that happened up till now. So anyway, so for those of you that don't know, we, I guess, because Ron did drive the car and I was in it with him. So we left Canada on April 27th. And then we traveled down to Indiana.
Yeah.
We went down there to go and see our good friend Brian and his roommate. And we got to stay there for 2 nights, didn't we?
Yep, we did.
And then we made our way back here to Minnesota. And that was on April 29th. So literally the end of April. You know, almost to the tippy bottom of April, we got back to Minnesota. And then Ron stayed with me to help get me situated. You know, we got like the bed behind me, for example. My parents let me have this bed. It's a used bed, but it's better than nothing. I'm very grateful for it. I might have to get a little, what do you call it, a bed topper, I think you call it, because, you know, this bed has seen its day, but it's much better than having to keep refilling the air mattress. The air mattress worked for the first, what do we use it for, the first few days? But it's nice not to have to keep putting air in it and stuff. Nothing wrong with the air mattress, it's just for every day, I'd be like, I gotta put more air on it again.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It seemed like work for you, right?
It's too much work. No. Anyway, so that was nice that Ron was still here because he helped get this down here and all that kind of stuff. So got things settled. And while Ron was here, we got ourselves a grill and a fire pit. And if any of you have not been watching my updates that I put out here and there on my channel, I think I have at least 3 grilling videos out now.
Look at you. Oh.
Yeah, the first couple was lamb, and I was so excited how that turned out. Now, it's a combination of why it's turning out so well. For one, I've been watching this guy in person for about 11 months worth of his techniques and stuff on the grill. And then obviously I already do know how to cook pretty good in a house. So with the combination of the both, I've been doing pretty good on the grill. It's like an outdoor stove in a sense, in my opinion, with some grilling techniques. So, yeah, I've been so happy with the results. I don't think I've really fudged anything. I think everything worked out pretty good. Although if it turned into fudge, I'd like that too. But I know a couple of them was on lamb because I really love lamb. I did not know I loved lamb as much as I do because I've had lamb in the past and I don't know if the seasoning was wrong, but I'm going to guess that it was probably overcooked. You know, like other people that have made it in the past. Yeah. I haven't had a lot of lamb in my life because you don't come across lamb in a store. Typically, normally, there wasn't lamb in the store, I should say, only maybe around Easter. But that has changed ever since I came back now, and I've been looking more at the food in like even Walmart that we have here locally. Well, there's Walmarts everywhere. But anyway, here at our local Walmart, they have a section just for lamb all the time and grass-fed beef. That's new. That was not there before. So I've been spoiled now being able to have more lamb because I had the most lamb I've had in my life is when I've been with you, and now I've been continuing that to some degree. And then, as you know, the other day, actually it was yesterday if I'm thinking correctly, I made barbecued chicken, corn that I grilled directly on the grill. There was no, it came husked, right? So there was no husk on it, but I didn't really want to wrap it in foil. So I basically cooked and charred it a little bit on the grill, and that charring, like I was telling you, is like really good. And then, then I made some French bread. Well, no, I didn't make it. I mean, I just like sliced it, put some butter on it, and warmed it up on the one side of the grill. So I'm sorry, folks. I'm just so excited about how, I don't know, it's exciting to live stream again. It's exciting to talk about the grilling because now I want some more. You know what?
You'll have to keep doing that. You'll have to make some more barbecue sauce.
Yes, well, there's a little bit left. And that is something else that I forgot to write down in my notes. Ron did give me his famous barbecue sauce recipe, and I did make a batch myself. Now, I've tasted his enough times that I know how thick it should be and what it should taste like. And if anything else, I think this batch might have been maybe a little thicker than normal. I'm not sure, but I'm very happy with the results. Mm-hmm. So thanks for sharing that with me. That's very nice of you. Oh, yeah, Rail Artist says, yes, mini snow tie. Know it well. Yeah, because if my brain is serving me well, actually, I don't have to use my brain because Rail Artist continues. I existed in Minnesota for about 30 plus years. So, see, this is correct in my brain. I knew that this person was from Minnesota. They aren't now, but they used to be. Roseville, St. Paul, and pardon the expression, Edina, all in the Twin Cities. So there you go. Oh, they grilled tonight. Did you see that?
No, they're butterfly pork chops.
So that must be when you cut it, kind of like when you can butterfly chicken to make it thinner and wider, basically, right? So it's easier to cook quicker.
Yeah.
More evenly, actually. Anyway, yeah, butterfly pork chops, highly seasoned, and French fries. That sounds very nice. And Paige, I do see you there. Paige has been commenting on many videos and has been asking when I'm going to stream again. I'm streaming. We're streaming. Now, I think she's looking forward to the game streams. And I did talk to Brian the other day, and if everything works out right, we are planning to start up the gaming streams again on Thursday. Now, the only thing is, I do need to figure out how I'm going to show the board. I might just have to show the board all the time and you don't really see me. That might be what I do for now, because I do have a second camera somewhere, but I might not know where it is at the moment because it was in the storage unit. Oh. Remember the original one you sent me that was not as defined? I have that somewhere and it should still function. It's just finding it. And Mikey's still in the same place. Well, Mikey, I do hope that we can see you again. Now, we would have came to see you on this last trip, but we came up through the Iowa route somewhat to avoid toll roads. I think it saved on time, too, from where we were coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a combo. So, but I still would like to see you, Mikey. Maybe both of us, I would think, at some point. Question mark. Hey, Fishy, how are you doing? Sorry, missed most of your stream. Had to go cook dinner. So I see that part. Is there something else you said? Or is it just that? Paige. And Paige, I am going to put this right now for you. And while I'm, I don't know, taking a breather, I'm going to eat a little bit of watermelon.
Where's mine? Oh.
Right here.
Paige wants to know how's your day going so far?
Oh, how's my day? My day has been great. I'm glad I didn't plan to grill because it's been rainy out. If you watched my video from the other day, I did 3 chicken breasts. Thus, I still have 2 left. So if I really want some meat, I already got some ready. But I'm going to try one of those egg muffins in a moment.
Uh-huh.
And then, I suppose people are wondering, relatively that is, to where I'm staying. I'm just going to say, because this is the truth, I'm staying at a friend's house right now. She was so kind and basically reached out and said I could stay here, you know, for the moment. So that's what I'm doing. I basically get to rent, you know, my own space is mostly in the basement. As you can see, this is the bedroom. And you see that nice color blue? That guy mostly painted it, right? I helped some, but you did a lot of it.
Yeah.
It was more of a, what was it before? Like a brown, yellow, peeling off a little. It needed an update. And the person that I'm renting from at the moment is letting me, or had let me, I guess it happened already, let me pick out the color. And I wanted something that's pretty and nice, but not overwhelming. I want something that was relaxing. Because when you go in a bedroom and you use the bed, you want to sleep, not be like, ugh, right? Life is too much already. You like my definition there, or my expression? I want it to be like, you know, relaxing. So this is the blue. I think I had picked out one that was one darker originally. Was it darker or lighter? I think it was darker. And Ron has been a painter, so he suggested one more difference, and I'm glad that we did, because this is just right. I like this. Egg foo young. That sounds good, Mikey.
Mm-hmm. Mike just can't spell. Egg foo young. And the next thing we see F-U.
Oh, that's the foo part. It's not F-U.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because F-U young, it's F-U. Not really F-U. Not that kind of F-U. We know what you mean. It's all good. Oh, well, you gave him the giggles anyway. All right, Paige is going to go get some dinner. That's fine, Paige. We're planning to be here for about 2 hours, so if you guys know of anybody that has been wondering when we'd be live and maybe YouTube didn't notify them, you're more than welcome to reach out and just let them know. Otherwise, there's always the replay if they really want to see what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, that grill's been getting worked quite often, and the lady that I'm living with, oh, I guess to back up. I guess I started talking, then I go on a trail. I have a bedroom, but I also do have my own bathroom down here too, to extend that thought. And now there's an area out there, but that's a combination of mostly her things, not so many of my things at the moment. We'll see how long I'll be living here, but eventually she was planning to get that more cleared out. But mostly I reside in the bedroom or the bathroom, of course. And then if I want to cook, it's a shared kitchen and a shared laundry. Oh, yes, Boxcar Jerry is back, prepping for tomorrow's dinner. Well, what's tomorrow's dinner? Can you let us know?
Yeah.
And Sunflower has popped into the chat.
Hello, Sunflower.
You like my little welcome?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna push this now for everybody. You know me, I love pushing buttons. I haven't pushed buttons in a while.
yes, I know.
What's new? Well, I'm here in my. Well, I'll just push buttons, I guess. What did I push now?
I don't know.
Oh, good. It's back. I have a notebook in front of me with some notes, and it plopped down, and it made the whole thing go. It's like, I don't know what I did. I think it's better now. Yes, it's better now. Anyway, so I'm renting from a friend at the moment. Another new thing would be that I got a job back in May. I started a job, I should say, May 20th, and I really enjoy it. Some of you probably have seen my video. This job entails just different things depending on the day. It's a senior center, basically, where people get to come together and enjoy fellowship with each other. We provide the building. It's not one that they stay overnight in. Like, it's not a nursing home or a care center. It's just a day place for senior citizens to go to. And they do anything from art projects. Actually, way in the morning is just coffee and then some goodies that I sometimes get to make for them. And yeah, they have bingo. It's just an assortment of things where they feel welcome. You know, they're welcomed and they can have a good social life with a lot of people around their age. So I love it though, because I get to go there and the people I work with, I know I know a couple of them already, and the other ones have been really nice, so it feels like I've been knowing them already for a while. The other day was extra special because I got to make 3 desserts when I was there. Of course, it involves cleaning and taking the garbage out, wiping the tables, doing the dishes, making coffee, all that kind of stuff. It's not that hard. It's easy things to do. And the best part is actually interacting with the people. They've all been just wonderful there. The people that come in, and that's a big part of the job, actually. I was talking to my boss, basically, and she was saying that is a big part of this job. A lot of jobs, it might be like chop, 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 you got to have this done and that done, like thinking of like cleaning and baking and, dishes and whatever it is you're supposed to be doing. But she said, actually, what's the biggest importance of this job is, yes, you've got to make sure they got their goodies. They love their sweets. They love their coffee. You got to do, make sure the bathrooms are clean and things like that. But what's number one for them is our interaction with them. Because I might be the reason, or one of us at the place, be it I or one of the other employees, we might be the reason that they live another day and want to live another day and want to come back. That's our biggest mission, is to be there so they can move on and enjoy life.
Well, Iris wants to come and visit.
Can I come visit you at work? When I am back in Minnesota, I'd love to. I can help teach the artwork things.
There you go.
No, we'll just have to keep in contact, and I can ask my fellow, the people I work with and so on, and see. I don't know. I don't see why you couldn't, but I would find out. No, it's not an assistant living place. It's just a day. Like, people come. It's open from 8:30 to 4, Monday through Thursday, and then 8:30 to noon on Fridays. And then there's maybe some other exceptions, but it's just a place to go to. No, like, it's not like a 24-hour care. It's just a place for activities. for the senior citizens because they don't always have things they can do, And Spike is here. Oh, you're a retired RN. Well, then, okay. Then you would understand.
Oh, there you go. How you doing, Spike?
Here you go, Spike.
I think I might make some ribs tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe.
But yeah, I can definitely see if something works out there, Real Artists. I can ask and I can see. I do know that I did take another family member that was wanting to help with the art that they did. They typically do those on Fridays. And I was approved to do so. And the family member I brought really enjoyed their time. And it went so well that they had said that this family member is welcome back anytime. So it went very well. So I think they accept people to come visit. It's just, I think I should ask, of course, and make sure. That's all. You name it, I do it. Oh, wow. So Real Artist does a lot of things. Feeding your face with cheesecake. Oh, that's something I should make again. Is cheesecake. Did I ever make you cheesecake?
No. Yeah. Well, you made those.
Yeah, maybe. I don't. What?
You made those lemon cheesecake bars.
But I haven't just made cheesecake.
No, yeah.
I think we just talked about it. I think I made one. And I shared with family and friends before I left for Canada the first time. I think that's the last time I made an actual cheesecake. And then the other one is those lemon cheesecake bars, which I think I've made 3 or 4 times now.
Oh, Dundas Junction Model Railroad is here. How you doing?
Hi, James. Great to see you. Here you go, James. Here's a welcome for you. So I am really enjoying my job. Now, my job is a very, very part-time job. So it's not like raking in the big bucks or nothing. And it's pretty average for what I get paid, but I'm enjoying it quite thoroughly. Ron hears a lot about how much I enjoy it. So it's a good start. I definitely will be needing to find some other things, be it online or other local things to fill in some more to help financially. But right at the moment, I'm taking each step, one step at a time. First was the traveling back home, enjoying my time for that week before Ron had to go back. And then I think I gave myself a couple of weeks kind of looking around. And then the job I got, I actually didn't just get from looking and getting it. It was from, what do you call that, hearsay or something? It's a friend actually knew I was looking for a job, and she's one of them that works there, and she actually vouched for me and talked to the employer about me being an employee there. So that's how I got in there, which is pretty cool. Can't stay long? Well, that's okay. I understand. I lost my hair tie I'm playing with.
He was chasing trains today. That's why he's not. Can't stay long. He's a little tired.
Doing great. Was chasing.
It's hard work chasing trains, right?
It's okay. I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah.
We Ron and I are just happy when we see somebody coming here, even if it's only for a minute or 5 minutes, because I understand that there are some streams you go to and we might joke a little, but there's some streams they actually almost pressure you a little too much, and then if I don't have at least half an hour or more, I don't go to those streams, if that makes sense. A lot of streams are pretty cool, but I've been to ones where they give you a hard time if you can't stay for very long. So I always want people to know, if you only have a couple of minutes, please come by to say hi.
Yeah.
It's great to see you growing fishy. You got lucky finding a job super fast. Yeah, because it wasn't that long, really, was it? By the end of the end of May, I had a job already.
Mm-hmm.
But that was very much thanks to a friend of mine. Oh, I do have a little story to tell. I am going to keep the person anonymous, of course, but I did hear about a job before I came back to Canada. And it was from another friend, and I love her to death, and she did her part wonderfully. Anyways, but in regards to people that are going to potentially hire people, have to have better communication than this person that I dealt with. Now, this other place was more of a nursing home situation, and my other friend had referred me to her boss, and that was lovely. I was so excited, and I'm still grateful to her to this day for doing that. She didn't have to. It was wonderful. Now, I went for my job interview, and that in itself was a hassle to figure out, remember? Because I was given a phone number to call, and I did, and I left a message. And then I didn't hear from this person till the next day, but they left a message quick, and I don't know. I was probably on the toilet or something. I missed the phone call. I would have called them back within like 5 minutes, but they, on the recording, had said, because I listened to the recording, and they said, hey, I'll be in the office from 7 to 11 tomorrow. Call me then. So I did. I called, remember? I called it like, it wasn't like 8:30 or 9. I figured I'll kind of go in between in case the person was running late and before they're going to leave, go in the middle there.
Yep.
Left another message, or maybe I didn't. Yeah, I think I left a message. I left another message. Didn't hear anything from this person that day. And then I heard from them again. I think it was the next day we finally, like, I was able to answer the phone call. And then it was like within a couple days later, I was going to be going there, like on a Friday or something, for the interview. So I get there, do the interview. To tell you the truth, what do you got there now?
Your hair. I keep finding your hair all over the place here.
Oh, I'm still there then.
Look, fishy hair.
Hey, it looks like you can almost put that on a violin bow.
There you go.
Anyways, so I'm at the interview, and looking back, it just seemed awkward. He seemed nice, but it wasn't like he was as excited about me applying as much as he had relayed the thought to my friend, because he was so excited that he asked her, like, I don't know, within a couple of weeks before I came back, if I was back yet. So I thought he'd be a lot more excited. Anyway, that's fine and dandy, right? So I filled out the thing for the background check, which I know would have been fine because I didn't do anything bad. I obviously have a passport, but you still got to do that because I get a double check, and that's fine. I filled out some paperwork. He said that they'll do the background check, and then he'd call for a meeting, like, I was assuming within a few days, right? And then that was it. I left. I had not heard anything, and I still haven't heard anything directly from him. Nada. Nothing. And thankfully, within a week or so after that, that's when I was able to get this other job. And that interview, just a sidetrack of that story, my current employer, I'm the employee. She is wonderful. Like, as soon as I was at the interview, you could tell she was there. She was, you know what I mean? She was attentive to what I was saying. She was very understanding. She was very kind, very professional, communicated very well because she gave me her phone number right away. Said if I had any questions, it was her cell phone, so she has it on her all the time. And with her, I decided to say thank you in a text after the interview was done, and she responded to that day when she was able to. And I was like, this is like night and day. Communication is like right there. She was excited. She communicated. That interview didn't feel awkward. Anyways, as time has gone on, I have this pending in my brain that maybe I'll hear from this person from the first interview at some point. But to tell you the truth, it's a little farther away. The pay was made a little better. But it had that pending, like, well, if I ever hear from this person again, maybe I can work something out, because I do need something more than what I'm currently doing, even though I love what I'm doing. I just wish I could do more than just part-time.
Right.
Now, the only way or the only reason that I know anything about what happened is my friend finally had talked to this person and said, hey, what's up with, well, she didn't call me this, but Fishy, I'll say. What's up with Fishy? Like, you know, is she getting the job or not? Well, it sounds like he already found some other people that had more experience in the nursing care center and whatever, and that's fine. But what I didn't appreciate is he never said anything back to me. So in my mind, it's still potentially pending. At one point, he said he was gearing up for fall. So I thought maybe I misunderstood. Maybe he's not going to contact me till fall. In my opinion, it's not very professional. Even if it's a negative result, like, hey, you don't get the job or something, that's fine. But please, people, if you're an employer out there and you're trying to hire people, can you please contact them either way so that we can move on and not think it might be pending? Would that be a pet peeve of mine? I don't like when people do that. You should not leave people hanging like that.
Yeah, that'd be a pet peeve. Lynn's in the chat.
I see that. Hi, Lynn.
And he's in Memphis, Tennessee. Ooh.
Okay, well, this is for Lynn. So anyways, at least I can have closure, you could say, of that, knowing through my friend that he's obviously not going to be calling me because he's got what he wants. But like I said, he could have had the respect to pick up the phone and say, hey, just wanted to let you know I found some other people that fit these positions better, and good luck on your job search, or something like that. And then I would know that that door has been permanently closed for now anyways, and that's fine. So anyway, the nice thing with my current job, like I said, it was a very good, upbeat, much better interview. And she let me know right away, which, I mean, as long as the, background check, like, she let me know as soon as that was done. And she already had plans of having me on board as long as that passed. I think she would have let me know. Actually, I know she would have let me know if things wouldn't have worked out.
Yeah.
Communication is key, folks, be it work or relationships. But it makes me think of, remember when you and I were looking at places to rent after you sold your condo? And that first person?
Yeah.
We look at a place and then we don't hear anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So we think we don't know what to think. And we didn't want to look at another place until we knew if we had this other place, right? So Ron had to call him and he's like, oh yeah, somebody else has it or something, wasn't it? And it's like, you gotta communicate. And then the second person we used for a realtor, which is the one that we used for renting the place you're at right now, that's like night and day. He was great at communication. He let us know things. If I was still in the area and I needed to get a place, that is who I would use. So anyways, it's huge, folks. It's huge. If that's your work or whatever, I mean, if you're an employer, if you're a realtor, whatever you are, communicate. Please communicate. So anyways, I'm still 100% grateful to both of these friends. The one that tried it, the first one where I had the job interview, that he ended up being short, but that friend is wonderful. And then the second one also, I'm so grateful to have them. Yeah, realtors are in total agreement. And James says, okay, good night. Thank you for stopping by, James.
Good night, James. Thanks for being here, buddy.
But yeah, Memphis, Tennessee, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That bridge is almost done. Somebody's being loud over there. Anyway, let's see. What else did I write down? Oh, I just wanted to say that from being back has been really good. I miss Ron, of course. We keep talking about that, don't we? Yeah. Well, he probably doesn't miss Ron. He lives with Ron, but
We miss each other being in the same space. But on a pro note, I've been able to spend time with family and local friends, and overall, that has been wonderful and brilliant and very therapeutic, I think, and stabilizing, because that was the one con for me of being in Canada. There's a few things, but right now, just say in regards to people, I really didn't know many people there. I had my wonderful friend Jojo, and we got really close. Of course, I was with Ron all the time, and that's great. But I felt a little isolated because of that. But anyway, if other things had went a little bit more smoothly, that wouldn't have mattered as much. But I am very grateful that I had, obviously, Ron and then Jojo to hang out with there. So right now, I am still trying to process and heal in my journey because, as a lot of you know, I was in a abusive marriage for over 17 years. And yes, I've been out of that now for a while. Maybe like a year and a half. I mean, it's not a long time, but I've been out of it for a while physically. Mentally, I came to the conclusion I couldn't be there, and I was starting to get stronger even while I was under the same roof. But it's all a process. So I still have good days and bad days, but more good days than bad days in regards to all that.
Yeah.
And I won't put up with any of that ever again. And, well, I guess I talked to Ron about it because Ron and I talk a lot. But basically, I won't put up with it with anybody. So, be it a relationship, be it a friend, be it a family member, I will not put up with that anymore. And just a light touch is there's been a little bit of hardship in that regards here locally with somebody that I was very close with. And I'm not talking about Ron because you're not local right now. I'm talking about another person here locally, and that was a very big stab in the heart because I thought we were in one boat, and now it's in a different boat. I don't know if anybody else here has ever been in a situation of somebody falsely accusing you. And then when you have another person in the background switch teams in a sense too, they were upset with this other person already, and then they decide to support them when they turn and hurt the other person. Anyways, I'm not going to go into details, but basically that was a really hurtful, hard thing to swallow, and that just happened within about a week ago. So it's still pretty new, and Ron knows that. So very new, but overall it's great. I'm so thankful that like I said, the friend where I'm staying at, that she had this, because I'd rather this than being on the streets, obviously. And I don't have enough to be able to rent something else. She's being very kind with her rent right now. So it's a nice place to be at the moment. Now, obviously, in the near future, I do hope that I can figure out more things, and, well, with Ron, too, that maybe we can figure out something where I'm more on my own that will help with my healing journey and my stabilization in life. Because no matter how kind a person is, it's really hard to live with someone, especially if it's not eye to eye on a lot of things, on some things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, it's going great though overall. Don't take me wrong. Most companies never get back to the people that they apply to a job. But see, what gets me there, Sunflowers, he said he was going to call me for a follow-up meeting. So to me, that seems like a lie then, or untrue. Don't say you're going to communicate with me if you're not going to. You know what I mean? If we had the interview and then I left and I never heard anything, but he didn't say we're going to have a meeting after, that might be looked upon a little different. Wouldn't you say, Ron?
Yeah.
But if somebody says that they're going to call and have a follow-up meeting, then you're going to cling to that thought that this person's going to call at some point.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the wording was wrong on his behalf then. Just thought I'd pop in and say, hey, watching the Three Stooges. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I've ever watched the Three Stooges. I probably have.
No?
Having some wine. Ooh, I have wine in the fridge.
You know, Larry, Curly, and Moe?
I think I have seen it when I was a kid. I should watch that again. And is it funny? It's supposed to be funny, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Mikey said almost all jobs I've gotten instantly. Well, that happened with me with the second interview because I interviewed with her also. Or wait, maybe it was a Thursday with the other guy, but I want to say it was a Friday with him too. But that doesn't matter. I know with my current job that I did get, I had an interview on Friday and I was working that next Monday or that following Monday. So that means within 3 days I was working. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It was awesome. So anyway, just a little bit of things there that I thought I would share. If anybody has questions, you're more than welcome to ask. And I can answer things to the best of my knowledge. I see we have 12 great people in here. Please put that thumbs up to let YouTube know that you're enjoying this. And if you have any ideas of content that you would like to see, because I'm thinking about talking more about more details about my life and stuff, which some of that I might do on my other channel. I haven't done much on my other channel, but I want to see what you guys want to see. You want to see more cooking? You want to see, I don't know, you want to walk around with me in where I live? You know? Oh, I know something else. I just looked at my notes. I am still having a garden. They just happen to be in pots.
No.
Professionalism needs to come back. Yes, it needs to. I think. I will not ever refer and tell people they should go to the place that I interviewed the first time because I got a negative taste. It's not because I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
It's because of how it got processed. Pigskin Blitz, good to see you.
Hey, Pigskin, what's going on? Good to see you. Long time.
Long time no see, he says.
Yeah, long time no see. All of a sudden, boom, I got interrupted. What?
All right, well, I was going to go take pictures of the plants that I have in the pots outside, but it was raining. So I wrote down the ones I can remember that I have out there. I might be forgetting something. I have a stevia plant. Have you ever heard of stevia? Stevia is an alternative sweetener that doesn't affect your glucose, or not by much anyway. And it's an actual plant. That's why I love stevia, because it's not man-made. It's not from some lab. It's actually a plant, folks, and the leaves taste sweet. I have rosemary, tomatoes. I have like the cherry little, well, actually they're pear-shaped, but they're like a cherry tomato. Very sweet and yummy like candy, but it's nature's candy, right? And then I got some like just normal slicing tomato and Roma tomatoes. I also have a bell pepper plant, and guess what?
You got a pepper?
No, well, they're growing. They're tiny, but they're going to be purple bell pepper plants. Like bell peppers, I mean. I've never had a purple bell pepper plant. Say that 10 times, huh? It's purple. It's going to be purple.
I've never seen a purple plant.
No, the bell pepper will be purple.
Like a pepper, yeah. Sorry.
So I've seen red peppers, orange peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers.
Never seen a purple pepper.
But this one's supposed to be purple and very purple pepper. It's hard to say. Anyways, it's supposed to be very sweet, and it's purple, my favorite color. So I had to that.
Well,
And just so people know, I mean, some people have been wondering when I'm going to go live and all this and that, but just know it's a combination of being busy and
Yeah.
emotionally needing just some me time, I guess, to adjust. Because not everything is going to be easy. Because when I was gone for almost a year's worth with Ron in Canada. So I got used to that. I got used to being with Ron. Yes, we had ups and downs here and there. Hi, Seth. Good to see you.
Seth, what's going on?
Anyways, so I got used to that. After almost a year, you get used to being with certain people, being in a certain place, even if you miss other aspects of being back home. And even with some rough patches, I was used to that. So it took me a couple weeks just to mentally get okay that I'm alone. I'm back where I know. It's just I was gone for so long, you have to readjust. Because the last time I came back, I was only here. I was planning to be here for 2 months. Ended up being 6 weeks because it got too cold and lack of places to stay temporary. But I knew I'd be going back, so it was in my mind just short. Now there is no plan of going back. I have no date like I'm going back to Canada. So it feels weird that it's like there is no end of being here. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a mindset. So some of it was mental stuff. Some of it was getting stuff here and getting, clothing and some of my things. And then, of course, searching for a job, which thankfully I got a job going. Even if it's part-time, it's still better than nothing.
Yeah.
Spending time with some very close family members that I need. And then that can get wearing after a time. It's like I love it, but you know what I mean? I drain. Too much time around people drains me.
Yeah. Sorry to hear about you losing your uncle there, Seth.
Yeah, he told me that in the comments earlier, too.
Oh, did he?
My dragon fruit. That's another thing I'm growing, dragon fruit.
Oh.
But I'm very sorry to hear that. Yes.
Dragon fruit.
Has anybody heard of a dragon fruit? And you probably like it because it has dragon in the name. If you've ever seen it, it's a very colorful fruit. And when you open it up, it's white flesh with black seeds. And it makes you think of like a white kiwi look. But it really doesn't have a strong taste. It's a very mild taste. It's not bad, but it's not probably worth what they charge for it.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, this big. It's bright pink on the outside, but they want like $5 for the thing. Now, the way I justified buying it is, for one, it's better than a bag of chips. It's an actual fruit. And two, I was planning to plant it and populate it so I can make more baby ones.
Oh, yeah.
And they're coming up. It's so exciting. They're just starting, but once they get a little taller, they're supposed to look like little cactuses because it's actually a cactus that this fruit comes from. I also am growing a watermelon seed. Now, as you know, well, I think it's that way there too, isn't it? That's pretty much all watermelon. They might have these little white seeds, but it's not really, they're not mature seeds. It's basically they sell seedless watermelon nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people want, even though I think the taste of the seeded is better flavor. You just have to sift through the seeds. The last watermelon I got, I found one lonely black seed in it. So I planted it. And guess what? It's growing. I also planted strawberries, and there's a whole bunch of them growing, like a strawberry seeds off of a strawberry from the store.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also planted raspberry seeds and blueberries. I'm not seeing any of those coming up yet, so I might try those again, like add to the soil that they're already in. So I'm that kind. I like to play around. If I get myself a mango. Oh, I got that lemon growing. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
That too. Fishy, what did you do with the plants you had at Ron's? Well, I can't bring any plants over the border,
so it stayed in Canada. I guess it depends on which one you're talking, because I had... How many plants did I have? Did I have like 3 plants? Anyway. I had a couple plants there, but yeah, I could not bring it.
I'm watering them right now.
Oh. So yeah, they're still in Canada.
Watering the carrots.
Oh yeah, how are they doing?
Still growing. Yeah, planted. No, the plants are doing good.
Oh, that's good.
I haven't killed them yet.
Not yet?
Here. Huh. Hey. Right there.
Oh, there they are. Yep, they're still growing. But yeah, I have one lemon seed that has sprouted, so I do need to put that in soil. And then I have an avocado seed and see if that sprouts. So I like doing these other like more tropical and just different fruits too.
Uh-huh.
And I guess another good thing is this. I have, like I said, I just refer to as a friend because I like to keep them anonymous, obviously. But one of my friends here locally and I have been going for walks, which has been really nice and good for both of us. We just go for a nice, slow, easygoing walk, which is nice because it's good for her. And for me, it's nice because even if I had a really busy, hectic day, I know I can still do that. It's not one of those go, 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 you know, brisk walks that I couldn't do after a busy day. It's just a nice, let's get the circulation going kind of walk, which is really nice.
Right.
Okay, Sunflower says she's seen dragon fruit. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking. I got little baby dragon fruits growing. And so once they get bigger, then I'll transplant them so they can have their own space.
Right.
I'll have dragon fruit. They'll make more dragon fruits, and who knows? Maybe that's a thing somebody wants to have, be it a gift or maybe they donate to the habit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I still have a garden.
Cool.
Well, if you can entertain the folks for a moment, I am going to go get myself one of those egg muffins I just made and see how they turned out.
Yeah.
All I've been nibbling on now is watermelon, and I should probably have something more. And then just so everybody knows, we'll be live streaming for about another hour.
Yep.
And then we'll wrap it up. And then, like I say, if everything works well, next Thursday, this coming Thursday, we'll do some sort of game show with Brian. So, all right. Not my turn to scratch. Scratch.
Scratch. What are you scratching?
Itch and scratch. Scratch and itch. I don't know. I took a shower today. My hair feels so nice. You don't get to touch it.
Oh, I got leftovers from you.
Okay, you got to touch an old one.
Here you go.
Maybe that came from your armpit. Maybe it's not mine. It's a long armpit hair, huh? Just kidding. All right, I'll be back.
What are you doing? She's playing around again. Silly girl. There. Yeah. Put me back over there right along. As for the railroad, well, of course, I haven't done much since she's left, so I actually haven't done anything. So I did not feel like it. Wasn't that just not in the railroad mood right now? All I do is work and sleep. Sleep and work. All right, I gotta see what these muffin things look like she made. I don't know, maybe we can send some links up later when she comes back. We'll see. We shall see. Other than that, I didn't really do much today. Well, except for go out and pull a bunch of weeds. Cut the grass yesterday. So had a fire last night. I'm alone in the basement. Oh yeah. Huh. You still smoking in there? No. All gone. Done. Yeah, I think I'll get a barbecue up some ribs tomorrow. Yeah, yummy. Yeah, put my barbecue sauce on, do some roasted potatoes, pork ribs, baby back ribs, actually. So. Yeah, brontosaurus ribs. Yeah, okay, Mike. That'd be a lot of rib. Oh, there goes Eagle Knievel down the road in his motorbike. Of course, I haven't seen the raccoons around in a while. I got a funny feeling something happened to. I know something happened to the one because it hasn't been around at all. So I'm not sure where the other one went. I haven't seen him in a while either. So. What are you doing?
Huh? Nothing sketchy.
No.
What?
Just wondering. Excuse me.
Ow.
Huh. That tastes like another. All right. Let's see what's going on over here. Do, 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 do. Hey, man. Man, oh man, oh man. I might shoot a train video tomorrow. Maybe
Really?
I think so. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I can't hear. I was telling everybody I haven't really into doing the model railroad.
Ah.
Just have not been into it.
Well, I suppose I haven't been there. That might be part of it, huh? Maybe?
Probably.
He's like, maybe. I'm going to send a picture of what I'm eating to you, and then I'm going to upload. But yeah, see, this is what I'm eating. But I'll show a picture too.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, download that. And then I'll put it in here. So what is everybody in the chat up to? You have anything good to eat? If you haven't told us something that you ate. I'm going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce in my eggs. The only thing that didn't work out is I greased the pan, but they seem to still want to stick.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of the egg stayed in the.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is what I'm eating, folks, right here.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it here in a moment here. But don't they look good?
Yeah.
I made, well, hopefully they're good because I made 24 of them. Can you not do that? Holy cowsy. You belching? I could hear you upstairs.
Oh, you could not.
No, I'm fine. I did not hear him upstairs.
Don't laugh with your mouth full.
Ah. Haha. Oh, these are so good. Yummy.
Put cheese on it. Put cheese in it. Right.
It has mozzarella and Swiss. Mozzarella and Swiss cheese. I am eating like basically egg muffins. I don't know what they're actually called. Breakfast egg muffins. So to me, it's like individual omelets in a sense. It's just,
Yeah.
or like not an omelet. What's the other thing you said you were gonna make? Or no, that wasn't you. That was somebody else. People normally put it into a shell, or they can, and then they make an egg concoction on top of it. Quiche.
Oh, yeah. Quiche, yeah.
So this is almost like individual quiches without the crust part.
Right.
I would say it'd be more that way than an omelet, because an omelet's actually folded over something, right?
Right.
Yummy.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Look at, I put a little barbecue sauce on top.
For some extra yumminess.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm. Down the stream. I get them out as good as I can, put them in containers, and they'll be ready to go. Just gonna let some people know, just in case they didn't get a notification.
Fine.
It's only gonna be on for less than an hour, and some of these people normally would be here unless they're busy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I put lots of vegetables in it, though.
Oh, that's good.
Are you watching something?
No.
Okay, I was just hearing something, so I wasn't sure.
No, it's probably, a knucklehead in the other room that you heard.
Well, tell them to shut the door. Anyway, I need to start cooking for me. There you go. And this is easy. This would be if you like eggs, and if you eat vegetables, because some people I know in life don't eat vegetables.
Yeah.
If you eat eggs and vegetables, and you can add a little spice to it or a seasoning, it's easy. Just one thing of these eggs, or this batch. Oh, I can pull up the recipe right now. I'll tell you what was in this. Oops, if I can find where I took a snapshot of it on my PC because I found it on here. Once it finds it, there we go. All right. So you're supposed to grease the pan, which I did, but it's still stuck a little bit. But eggs have a tendency to do that, kind of, sort of, anyway.
Yeah, they do the same thing in frying pan too. So if I make an omelet, sometimes it doesn't matter.
So what's in here is basically, I mean, they have measurements, but it's really how much you want of each vegetable. There's peppers, like bell peppers in here. Green onions. I also put a purple onion in, some of it. One batch is worth 8 eggs worth. So I doubled it, so I put 16 eggs in. It calls for like bacon or some kind of deli meat or something. I had turkey pepperoni because that's what I had on hand. So I put some of that in, cut it up. Hey! What was that? You tell them not to do that, please. Anyways, yeah, so then it has some milk in it. I put some fresh garlic in it, salt and pepper. I also added some Italian seasoning. And then, like I said earlier, then you could add cheese too. And I added mozzarella cheese and Swiss cheese. Well, I think they might call it red onion, but it looks purple to me, so I call it a purple onion.
It's a red onion.
I don't care. I call it purple because that's what color it is.
Red onion.
Purple. There are some onions that look more red. These are more purple looking, so I call it purple. They're sweet. A sweet purple onion.
I was saying we could send the links out if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, probably not, because we're only going to go for about another 45 minutes.
Yeah, just a thought.
Yeah, I think I'll send out to other people if they want to come see us. But this will be a not panel stream.
Okay.
Yes, it looks purple. My parents have grown lots of varieties of onions. There are some onions that have more of a red look to it than what I'm calling a purple onion, just so you know.
Right.
Even though I know they call it a red onion, I still call it a purple onion or a sweet onion.
Mm-hmm.
Ron's getting stuck in a smoke. But yeah, sunflowers, there's no like really big techniques with making what I made just now, and they're delicious.
All right.
They're full of protein and vegetables. Protein being the eggs and the cheese. You can customize it. I put some mushrooms, like one of the things on the list. I put mushrooms in mine. I didn't saute them or anything ahead of time. I just chopped them up and threw them in. I also put broccoli in these too.
There you go.
You can put whatever you want in it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Put what you want in it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in regards to eggs, I grew up on farm eggs, and then when I was still with my ex, I still had farm eggs because we had chickens. So now it's been different in the last like year and a half because I don't have chickens. And anyway, I still have farm eggs that I use today because my parents gave me some.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
You buy brown eggs. And truly, brown eggs, white eggs, blue eggs, green eggs, it doesn't really matter the color of eggs. It's what matters more, if I can speak, is what the chicken's being fed and what kind of environment they get to be in. Sadly, a lot of commercial eggs are caged chickens. Like there's several chickens in a small cage, and it's just a job for them. They don't care that they don't get exercise and enjoy life while they're alive. That's the part I don't like about commercial stuff. They're just down to the money.
Yeah.
And even if they say cage free, that means they're not in cages, but they're still squished in a building.
Mhm.
So, but that goes with a lot of commercial things. It's a business. So I feel there are vegetarian eggs. Well, that wouldn't be an egg, huh? Yeah, I saw it came up on my YouTube feed. There were people trying to make eggs, vegetarian eggs. Oh, hi, Dwayne. Good to see you. They made it from like squash and stuff. They made eggs out of squash and like
Mhm.
coconut milk and to make it look like an egg, but it wasn't an egg.
Right. How you doing, Dwayne? Good to see you, buddy.
It's kind of like making eggless eggnog. It's not eggnog then. Eggless eggnog.
Yeah, that's not
It's
eggnog.
It's just nog then. There's no eggnog.
It's just some weird experiment.
Dwayne, this is for you. Oops. Oh, the hen's diet is vegetarian. Right. So yeah, I guess that just means they're not being fed like meat and stuff. But yeah, just you can only do the best you can do. You know, just know that they have a bunch of little words they use. Like they'll say like cage free, but that doesn't mean they're running around on a pasture. They're still squished in a cage. You know, so they use wording cleverly. Actually, the liquid from a can of chickpeas can be used as egg white substitute. Oh, interesting.
Right.
Did you know that you can replace oil in like a baked good, either half or more of it, with applesauce or something like that?
Huh.
I actually did that at your place, remember? I was trying to make like a cake or something, and I didn't have any. Not that I'm keen on vegetable oil, but you don't really want to use olive oil for a cake because it might taste like olive oil. Anyways, I'd use applesauce in that chocolate cake I made that one time. The cake that some people said they didn't like, but they actually devoured it and loved it. So
It was good. You
Yeah.
didn't say it like in other.
Look like Dwayne says chicken should be range free.
Yeah, they should be free range because then they eat what they want. They eat bugs and insects, which helps us out. Gives them a little protein. They dig
Yeah.
and scratch, and
Yeah.
You can tell a difference between a store-bought egg and a farm-raised chicken egg. And you don't go by what the shell looks like. They might be white, they might be blue, they might be green. I mean, there's lots of colors that eggs come in. In the stores, it's typically white and brown, right? But there are a lot of different variants that you can get. What is the difference is on the inside. The store ones are usually pale yellow for the yolk, and it's usually pretty easy to break the shell. But a farm-raised chicken, the shell is a little harder to break because there's probably more nutrients into it, like the calcium and stuff. And when you open it, that yolk is a very dark yellow, which means there's a lot more nutrition in that egg. So you can tell a difference. I mean, the chickens have also been out in the sun getting their vitamin D, right? There is olive oil cake. Maybe, but you wouldn't want to use extra virgin olive oil. If you make a chocolate cake, you might get away with it, but don't ever try to make a lemon bread with extra, like the actual extra virgin olive oil. I've done that in the past because I wanted to make lemon bread and all we had for oil was extra virgin olive oil, and I didn't think about maybe melting butter or something else. And you know what that bread tasted like? Extra virgin olive oil. It did not taste very much at all like lemon. So at the time I gave it to my ex. I'm like, I'm either going to throw it or you can try to eat it. So he took it with him, and I don't know if he ate it or not, but it just tasted like olive oil. That's it. So you got to be careful when using, if it, like I said, if it's actual like extra virgin olive oil, it has a very strong, pungent taste. It's good for you, but it will not taste good in your like cookies or lighter flavored baked goods for sure. Now, if it's a coffee flavor or like a deep chocolate cake, you might be able to get away with it. Guaranteed. I've done it. I made olive oil tasting lemon bread cake stuff, and it's not what I was looking for.
Yucky.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so more people's here. I mean, we have plenty of people in here. I just figured I should probably let a couple people more know. I can't speak now. Let people.
Why
know.
don't you go have a Jack Daniels? That'll straighten you out.
No, it's not the same. The ones I can find here are only half the percentage.
Yeah, you got used to the ones over here, didn't you? Oh.
Well, those are like, how much was the percent? Wasn't it like 7% or 6 or 8? I don't remember. It was more than 4.5.
Yeah, they're 6%ers.
Yeah, okay. So it's not quite half then, but it's definitely less.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just figured I'd let a couple people know, that way they're not like, YouTube didn't let us know.
Oh, yeah.
No, we only have about a half hour to more. I can't speak at all tonight. Good thing we're gonna be done in half an hour. Tomorrow.
What was in the egg?
Milk.
I'm beginning to wonder.
Oh, you're the one that had alcohol. I haven't had any alcohol today. I did have a hard lemonade yesterday.
Oh.
But you know that. And everybody else would know that if they watched the video.
There you go.
Yes, extra virgin olive oil. And you know why that's better for you, right? Because from my understanding, that's cold pressed. It's what you can squeeze out without using heat and force. If you use like some of those lighter tasting ones or it just says olive oil and it doesn't say extra virgin, that they've used like pressure and or heat of different sorts to force whatever residue is left out. I can't remember all the details. It's been a while, but I know that the extra virgin is better for you because that hasn't been altered at all. It's just naturally what could be squeezed out. It's kind of like coconut oil. There's different varieties of that too.
Well, speaking of, I got to buy some more extra virgin olive oil. I'm almost out.
Are you? Oh yeah, because I think at one point we were going to get 2 of those towards the end of me being there, and then we didn't do that.
Yeah. So.
And you got to be careful too. Like, okay, like you hear about all the health benefits of like honey, but you can't just go to the store and get honey and think it's going to help you. I know some people think that honey is better for you than like sugar, but if you go to the store and get the honey, you're not helping yourself because it's probably mostly, if not all, fructose and corn syrup. They're lying to you. They like mix it. It comes down to this again.
Yeah.
So the only, okay, so when I was with you towards the end there, when I got honey, I did get it from the store, and it's still not what I wanted, but it was more real. It was, I believe that stuff probably was heated. It was probably pasteurized. I know it was filtered.
Mm-hmm.
What I love is raw, unprocessed honey, and that's actually the one that's the best for you, especially if you get it locally. So if I can get myself some nice raw local honey, it helps prevent allergies, and it's got nutrients in it because it hasn't been processed and it hasn't been
Did we not see a sign that where you are? We kept driving by this place every time we went to.
You know what? You're right. There is a sign, so that's where I should.
Yeah, check them out.
Because that actually, if you just take a little bit of honey each day, or maybe you don't have to do it every day, but that actually is full of vitamins and nutrition. And the nice thing with honey, yes, it will affect your glucose. People are all so concerned about that, but it's worth it because there's nutrients in it. It's not just dead bleached sugar, because all that's going to do is spike your blood sugars, and it gives you nothing, just the spike. Where like raw honey will actually give you some benefits.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's processed. Get organic honey. Yes, organic
Yeah.
raw honey. And you know what? At one point, my parents, I don't know where they got it, but I would like this again. My parents have gotten this little packages of raw honey still in the comb. Obviously, there's no bees. They make sure there's no bees in there and stuff. But you chew. Have any of you ever had honeycomb? You chew on it. It tastes like honey. And it's like chewing on gum in a sense. It's just, you get some benefits from that too. And it's like natural gum. You know, you chew it to a certain degree and then you end up spitting it out after you're all done with it. Because it's just,
The only honeycomb that I used to eat when I was a kid was the cereal.
oh, well, that's not good for you. Did you know cereal's really bad for you? Because it's been pressurized and I don't know. Some people think, and nothing against you if you like your cereal. Don't listen to me if you like your cereal. And I'm not a doctor. I'm just speaking from what I was raised to learn and believe and what I believe. But there's a lot of people that think that cereal that's been forced and heated and full of sugar, that's nutritional for you, like Cheerios and honeycomb like you just talking and flakes. I do have cereal here and there, but I don't eat it for health reasons. And I don't eat it for my breakfast. No, I don't think you can blow bubbles, but you can chew on it. But I don't know. There's been some people that even locally here, or even online, where they're like, oh, I start my day out healthy with my boxes, like my Cheerios, or with my cornflakes. And I'm like, I have different thoughts. To me, that's like junk food. I was raised that was junk food full of sugar they put some vitamins in there, but artificially. It can be very hard on your gut. But like I said, I'm not a doctor.
I'm just confirming what I think. My grandma used to have the best honey in the backyard by our garden. 2 hive boxes. And hey there, Uncle Bry. It's wonderful to see you.
Brian, what's going on? Good to see you, man.
See, I messaged him because I have a feeling he didn't know I was live because he said he doesn't usually get notifications of when I'm live.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube stuff, you know.
Yeah, I know.
All right, where did I put him? I lost Brian.
Can you blow bubbles with honeycombs?
Are you belching again?
Huh?
No, you can't blow bubbles with. You can't blow bubbles, no. Oh, and Brian, now that you're in the house, you are in the house.
Yeah, I have you too, Brian. You know, jeez.
What?
What?
Oh, I see. No notifications. I'm trying to find where Brian is. Where did I put him?
In the basement where he belongs.
Anyways, Brian, well, I'm trying to find where I put you. Are we planning to do a game stream this Thursday? That I kind of told that to. Yeah, I did. I told Paige more than likely if things work out for us, that's what we're going to do.
What's your thoughts on maple syrup? Well, she has gotten some Canadian maple syrup.
My favorite natural sweetener ultimately is raw honey, like especially if you're just going to eat it raw. Now, of course, if you're going to cook with it, then as long as it's pure honey and no fructose and corn syrup, that makes your body very confused. It's worse than sugar, actually, because your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it's just in your body. Anyway, honey is my favorite because it's not boiled down. It's just naturally how it is. I think that's the best one.
Right.
Secondarily, I think maple syrup is great because all you did is, yes, you did reduce it quite a bit, but it's still natural. So I do like that too, yes. Is that a good way to explain it? And where are you? Where is Brian?
Yeah, speaking of, did you open up that bottle of maple syrup yet?
I didn't.
No?
I haven't.
Oh.
It's down here with me. Oh, I'm on a mission now. Maybe, oh, there it is. I put him at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to play Brian's button, and then I'll show you the maple syrup I have that JoJo got me when I was in Canada. So, here you go.
Clean up in aisle 12. Clean up in aisle 12.
There's a whole story with that, but oh yeah, I haven't talked to Brian yet because I had told him I was going to maybe call him. I was going to call him, what day is it today? Saturday. I was going to call him yesterday, but then yesterday it got busy, and then today I've been recouping just from the busyness. So I have not talked to him yet, but I still want to talk to him this weekend if I'm able to. He said we can try. Yep, vocal cords are still jacked up, but it's not going to get worse, I guess. He told me when I talk to him next that I'll notice a big difference in his voice.
Yeah.
Maple syrup and birch syrup are very healthy. Oh, that makes me think. I have a cousin that had made syrup from walnut, like black walnut trees. He said it's good, it's just different. So, anyway, birch syrup are very healthy. The native Canadians and early, yeah. So, yeah, see, it's natural. It's kind of like I know, like I said before, I know some people have negative things to talk about in regards to the stevia plant. But, in my opinion, if anybody here is looking for a low glycemic, but still has a sweet taste sweetener, I would go with stevia. And if you're concerned about all the processing, because if you get the
traditionally it's like really white. Like I get the pure stevia. There's nothing else added to it. It's just stevia, but you have to order that. You can't get that in the store. In the stores, they add other things to make more in each packet and different things. I get the pure stuff, and you just put the tiniest amount. And yes, it's white, and it just ends up that way after they dry it and whatever they do to it. But if you want it more pure, and if you're concerned, get a stevia plant. I have a stevia plant outside, and you just drop a couple leaves in your tea, and it sweetens it. If you want it ground up to put in stuff, if you grind up the leaves, it'll have a little bit of like a green taste, if that makes sense, because it's just the whole leaf. But the way they make the pure stevia sweetener, that's white, is you actually have to do something with soaking the leaves or something. I forget because it's been a while, but the sweetness actually comes off the leaves, and then they dry that part, and that's when it's white.
Oh yeah.
Or a little off-white maybe. It's not actually, or shouldn't be bleached or anything. They might be some out there that do that. So there's different forms. You can get straight from the plant fresh. You can dry the leaf and grind it and collect just the sweet parts of the leaf, but you'd have to read up on it.
Right.
But that would be my recommendation for somebody who's like diabetic or just somebody in general that's trying to watch how much sugars. The only problem with stevia is it doesn't work well with bitter or sour things, in my experience. So if you're going to sweeten just a general vanilla cake, it's great. It's fine. But if you're trying to sweeten like lemonade that you're making, it might not taste as good. Or coffee, it doesn't always work. And that's where I would use monk fruit or something else like that for a low glycemic. I don't use aspartame, because I don't like man-made stuff like that. And it gives me an instant headache anyways, and I've heard a lot of not good things that result from taking that. So there's my little spiel about sweeteners.
An echo. Hang on.
You have an echo?
Yeah.
Yeah, aspartame is like, it's poison for like rats or something. So no thank you. It's just removing the water. Exactly. That's it's kind of like making butter.
Well, you know,
spin it enough and you make butter and you separate that from the other liquid. But anyway, go ahead.
have you ever tasted it directly from the tree?
What?
The sap.
I have.
Yeah.
It's like sweet water.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you want me to go get my stevia plant? How sweet are the leaves? I don't really like sweet stuff anymore. The leaves are not going to be as concentrated because it's still green, right? It's not dried and it's not condensed. And even the dried, if you dry the leaf and grind it, it's still not going to be as sweet as the stevia itself. So I'm going to leave you alone for one more moment. I'm going to go get my stevia plant. And if I can grab it, I think I have it right outside the door here. But if I don't see that, I'll get that. Because I have in there that shows up.
I don't know, something's gone.
Boxcar. Huh?
Something went awry with your mic or something.
I don't know, or was it just you? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just all of a sudden it sounded like you were far away.
Okay. Well, I guess chat let us know too.
It must be a StreamYard glitch happening somewhere.
Oh.
So
I don't know. But yeah, aspartame is very bad, and there's certain people in my life that I wish they would not have so much of it because it hurts you greatly in time. It just eats away at your brain.
Right.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And like I said, to clarify, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the early Native North American diet? It's probably good. I don't know what it quite is. And hey, there's JoJo. It's all leaves aftertaste if you're used to sugar, in my opinion.
What's up, JoJo?
All
Good
leaves
to see ya.
That's true. You do kind of adapt to it a little bit, I think. Yeah, you heard it? Okay. I don't know. Must have been maybe I turned my head too much or something.
Oh.
So Jojo, I'm going to play this, and I'm going to go get the stevia plant. And if you hear a puppy dog upstairs, it's because the person I live with has a puppy dog. And she likes to yap. Okay, here we go. Here you go, Jojo.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Jojo, there is no end. It's a game, the game night.
Yeah. I know.
All right. Early native North American diet would include wild berries, roots, wild plants, fish, and wild game.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's probably great. Pretty much, if you stay away from as much as you can, try to stay away from refined junk. The more you stay away from that, the better you're gonna feel. I know there's some people that get very hyper focused on certain food groups, but I think it's in balance, you know.
Right.
I believe that we should have meat and vegetables and fruits. Why are you looking at me funny?
I'm not.
Do I still sound funny, or are you just being
No.
weird?
No, I'm just doing this. That's all. You know. How am I doing, Jojo? I say I'm doing okay. It's a little lonely, but not down.
He's lonely, but I told him if he wants us to work out, he's going to have to come this way, and he needs to respect me. He knows that, though. Well, see, that's what people focus on, sunflowers, that honey has too much sugar.
Paige
What?
wants to ask you a question.
What?
Paige would like to
yes.
ask you a question.
You can ask a question, Paige, and sunflowers, yes. Honey does have sugar in it, or carbs, or however you want to call it. But if you get raw honey, you get the benefits also. Another thing is people like to say, well, potatoes and apples and all fruits all have sugar in them too. Yes, they do. But they also have fiber that slows down the sugar from flooding your system, and they have nutrients in it. A lot of us eat sugar, and sugar has no fiber to stop it from going into your bloodstream, and there's no nutrition. White sugar has zero nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather have honey and have some benefits, or an apple and have some benefits, and maybe every once in a while have some refined junk to make my brain happy, and then to be deprived. But if you just ate cake all day, you're probably not going to live as long. But if you balance things, if you're just, in my opinion, you can eat whatever you want, but if you go to the extreme and you eat all vegetables, or you eat all meat, or you know what I mean? Those extremes are really, in my opinion, hard on our bodies, because we need a balance to help everything work of nutrition stuff. And then I think you can still have your little treats here and there, as long as the salads and the meats and the fruits and the vegetables and all the good things for you outweigh the bad things. All right, so we got a question. When do you all plan on doing game nights again? Oh, I bet she wasn't here when I said it. Yes, Brian and I are going to attempt to, well, and then Ron if he's around, of course. But Brian and I are going to attempt to have a game stream this coming Thursday. We're just going to do it once a week because we have to save Brian's voice. He's been having some things with his voice and just health stuff. Plus, I'm busier nowadays and even the first part of the week. So we're just going to do it on Thursdays for now and see how it goes. So yeah, there's just certain people I know that, well, okay, even my parents, I'll say this. They've been everywhere from eating just meat and fat and nothing else to the extreme of a raw vegan.
They've been through all of it. And now she finally realized you need a little bit of everything. So now she's kind of in the middle, and she's feeling much better than she was when she was eating all meat, I believe, and all like just vegetation that's never cooked or processed and not any meat. You know what I mean? So it's all in balance. And we're all different. You have to customize your diet to how your body likes. We're all different. It's not like exercise or anything. Some of us can do a lot of exercise.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of exercise. Some of us can do like aerobic type things, getting our hearts going, and some of us more like the strength and endurance things, or maybe a little both.
Yeah, I get my arms and legs and heart going when I play the drums.
But we get to choose. Okay, so for example, I love sugar. That's my drug of choice. If I'm gonna have a drug, that's my drug of choice. We all have our addictions. Maybe that's the word. As you know, Ron likes his cigarettes and he likes his alcohol. I can live, well, I've never smoked and I can live without alcohol. I have it here and there. But if there was something that'd be difficult for me to say bye-bye to, it would be sugar. Not that I would not want to eat sugar all day long because it makes me feel sick, but I do like a little bit of sugar. And sometimes I do have low blood sugars, and I do have a little sugar to help that out. Even though it's not a good fix, it's a temporary fix. But we all get to choose in life what habits. Because the reason I bring up your smoking and drinking, Ron, is because a lot of people, when they think of bad habits and stuff, they think smoking, drinking, and like drugs, like actual literal drugs. But there's other addictions in life too. Like a lot of us in America are addicted to sugar. A lot of people are addicted to maybe certain TV shows, maybe pornography. Like there's a lot of things people can be addicted to that aren't just those three things.
Right.
Things are okay, I guess, in minute, and other things, like for me, pornography is a whole no-no. Very, very no-no. If it's somebody I'm in a relationship with, that would be a big no-no. Because to me, that's cheating, and that's not okay. But anyways, there's some things that don't affect other people, though. Like me eating sugar won't affect Ron. Ron smoking and drinking won't affect me as long as he doesn't overdo it, and as long as he's not going to smoke where I'm in the same area, which he's been usually very good about, haven't you? Yeah. Like if I'm in that, like he's being naughty now, smoking in the house, but I'm not there, so I can't smell it. The drinking is not an issue as long as bills and as long as the bills are covered, which he's good about, and as long as he doesn't drink to the point where I have to pick him up, and then it ends up being a burden on me, is how I look at it. But if he wants to have that and it may shorten his life, that's his choice. Now, same with me. I like my sugar, but I have to keep that in balance. Otherwise, that could give me health issues and shorten my life too. But I know he won't have to pick me off the floor if I eat too much sugar, because that just doesn't happen. It's not a side effect of sugar. So anyways, I'm just using these as examples. There's lots of other things I'm sure people in the chat have too, but we all have our things. But I don't think we should aim, like, don't just focus on diet. You gotta get good sleep. You gotta get your exercise. You gotta move. It's not just what you eat. And then when you do eat, don't just focus on all I gotta eat is broccoli and that's all I should eat. That's the only good food in the world. No, it's a variety. You gotta of whole, like, when you eat, think of foods with one ingredient in them, and those are going to be the good for you foods.
Yeah, I'm going to have ribs and broccoli tomorrow.
Well, those are both one ingredient foods. Now, of course, you and I would probably differ in, I don't eat pork, you eat pork, but I think even if you make the choice of eating pork, that's still going to be better than a Snickers bar. Okay?
Right.
Anyway, one ingredient foods should be your main staple. And then if you want to have something that has a little bit more on the side, that's up to you. But yeah, if you're planning to have ribs tomorrow, right? So if you have ribs with a side of broccoli, those have one ingredient. Now you might add stuff to it, but you at least started with a one ingredient food. if you wanted to have an apple. And then I used to have an apple with peanut butter. Now there's different kinds of peanut butter. You have the totally, like, it's just peanuts and that's it. And maybe sometimes with some oil in it. So it might be 2 ingredients. But a lot of people eat the peanut butter that has like a ton of ingredients in it. But still, it's better than some other things, right? I can't have peanut butter anymore, but I used to have as natural of a peanut butter as I could get with an apple. That was
Yeah, I just bought
Great.
another thing of peanut butter because I was out.
Okay, Paige, you have a good night. Yeah,
Bye,
right.
Paige.
Stores isn't healthy. No.
Good night,
It'd be much better to make your own, and it'd be much better to actually make sourdough.
Yeah.
Sourdough bread is better for you than traditional, which I'd like to get back into again.
Oh, that's one thing I haven't. Geez, I need to get myself a bread pan.
Yeah, you still don't have one of those.
Yeah.
I think store-bought bread is one of the worst things, and rich flours are some of the nastiest things. And you know what I think's interesting about store bread? People will be like, oh, I just get the whole wheat bread from the store. It's not really whole wheat, folks. Read the ingredients. It might have a little bit of whole wheat in it, but it still has white flour in it and other things. I've made whole wheat bread before, and it just has freshly ground whole wheat, and then you do it in a way to make it as light as you can, but it's not going to be as light as like Wonder Bread. It just isn't. It's going to be a heavier bread.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ezekiel bread. Well, Ezekiel bread is a better bread from the store, but yeah, it's going to cost more. You know why it costs more? It has more real stuff in it. That's why. Because if you get like Wonder Bread, they put a bunch of fluff in there so they can sell it cheaper. A lot of the food we get from the store, sadly, isn't for our health. It's this again. Kind of like Parmesan cheese in the green container. It's not pure, dry Parmesan cheese. They put basically wood chips in there. You know, they fluff it up. So you got to be careful what you get. A lot of it comes down to business, because the farther they can make it stretch, the more money they're going to make.
I recommend buying the Parmesan cheese and grating it yourself.
And if you don't want to grate it yourself, you could get it like it's grated in the fridge, but they still probably put something on it because it's grated. But it's still better than the dehydrated.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yes, enriched wheat or white flour is bad. You're right.
And JoJo likes wood chips in her food.
And did you know, even if you're eating good for you, like you made your bread at home bread, did you know that a lot of us are eating lots of grasshoppers? And the reason is when they harvest the grain from the fields, there are grasshoppers, and they do get caught sometimes, and then they end up in the grain, and then they get ground up. It's not going to hurt you any. It's just some extra fiber, but I'm just saying, some of us are eating bugs, and a lot of us are, and we don't even know it. But I think it could be interesting to talk to some folks, be it a live stream or be it just behind the scenes, just because
Yeah.
some stuff you gotta be careful to talk about. But anyway, it'd be interesting. Like if Boxcar Jerry ever wanted to talk maybe behind the scenes about some of this stuff, or whoever. All right, I know we're almost to the 2-hour mark, but I'm still gonna look at my stevia plant. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
I got sidetracked with all this health stuff. If you want to know health stuff, I'm not perfect, but I do know a lot of things that it seems like a lot of people are just lost. I know how to make a lot of homemade things that are a lot better.
And the boxcar shares going, grasshoppers are yummy. I don't know. I've never eaten a grasshopper.
Oh, I'm going to show you the syrup first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Huckleberry, that sounds good.
Mm.
Here's my huckleberry. Okay, so here's some pure maple syrup. JoJo so kindly brought me to the maple syrup farm, and she bought this for me, and this was towards the end of me being in Canada. So JoJo, thank you again. That was very nice of you. I have not opened it yet, But it's partially out of sight, out of mind, right? It's in here on a shelf, and then when I go up to cook, I kind of forget. But then I haven't had anything that I'd put it on either.
Make some pancakes.
I was going to say, I need to make some homemade pancakes.
I got a waffle maker here.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help me out. You got lots of things that I'm missing. I don't have my mixer now. I don't have my wok now. I don't have my blender anymore.
Your Ninja. It's not a blender, it's a Ninja.
It's a blender. It's a Ninja blender.
Yeah, it makes all kinds of things.
So, everyone, do not go away. Don't let Ron scare you away. That stevia plant. Okay?
Okay.
Don't scare them away.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Aww.
What are you shutting your camera off for?
Because there's nothing to look at. I'll be right back.
Your butt.
Not for everybody to see.
Oh. All right. I never ate it that I know of using audio. Bite me, Jojo. Scared you. Jesus. Well, I never. Some people. Yeah, I've been trying to keep busy and out of trouble. Of course, yeah. Of course, I think I am going to shoot a video tomorrow on what I'm going to be doing on the grill. So, something to put up on the channel. And maybe I'll run some trains tomorrow too. Something to put on the other channel. So. And I might venture off down to the rail yard. I don't know. I'll have to see what tomorrow is going to be like, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing how CP Rail is just down the street from me. Where they're tunneling underneath the tracks to, because people are complaining about how the trains, because the freight yard's right there, which comes across Adelaide Street, right? So anyways, trains be stretched there for doing their work, shunting cars or whatever, stretched across the road. People are complaining about it. Then the city wanted CP Rail to move their tracks, and I'm like, yeah, right. You're on a losing battle there. So the suggestion that was made by Canadian Pacific, you either build an overpass or you tunnel under. Make an underpass or an overpass. Take your pick. But you do anything to disrupt our tracks, we're going to send you a nice hefty bill. So they've been tunneling underneath the tracks. They got the one side completed. They're still digging out the other side yet. So we got a new barbecue just recently, and I have used it about 4 or 5 times already. Yum, yum. Oh, hey, man, cool. What kind did you get, Jojo? Lovely Lisa Warrior Queen, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to see if I can catch maybe who knows how long before the new Canadian Pacific It should say the CPKC. Yeah, paint scheme is going to filter down through here.
Oh, lovely Lisa's in the house.
Yeah. Nothing fancy. We just needed one. My mother-in-law was not using hers anymore. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
There.
That's
Well,
for Lisa. Anyway, I've been trying to keep busy. Oh yeah, you've been keeping busy. You grill anything? Okay. I have diabetes. Raw honey costs too much. But see, it's like medicine. People don't think of that. Medicine's expensive too, right? So if you get good foods, food is medicine. What you put in you is medicine. I'm not saying you have to go get it, but that's how you can justify it.
Right.
No. Because yes, it's gonna be more expensive because it hasn't been watered down with corn syrup and fructose and water and other junk, pasteurized. And
Right. Mhm.
it's kind of like milk. I know there's a big controversy on milk, but if you can get clean, raw milk, that actually is very healthy for you and can cure a lot of things. Okay, I didn't say cure, but help you with a lot of things, I better say instead.
Yeah.
Anyway, because did you know that people that are lactose intolerant usually can drink raw cow's milk? If not, they can have raw goat's milk, which might sound gross to people, but if you can get a good source of goat's milk, it's designed different, and so it's easier to digest. If you get real cheese, people can have that too, even if they're lactose intolerant, just not the fakey cheese. And I'm not just talking the American slices. I'm talking stuff that's in your fridge. It's still fakey cheese. Stuff that I have in my fridge is still fakey cheese. The real cheese is the real aged cheese, not mozzarella. Mozzarella doesn't have to be aged, but like the real aged cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
Very gentle on your gut. And people are resistant.
Well, I always buy the Havarti cheese, the jalapeno cheese, the Mexican cheese.
Yeah, but that stuff is still kind of. You haven't had like the true. Oh, except for the Parmesan, that's more real that you get.
Yeah.
That's probably that and mozzarella are probably the realest cheeses you get. The other cheese is good, but it's probably still in the middle category, I'll call it. Not the truly aged, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, but it's very yummy and it's very.
Okay, so I brought it in, folks. It's big. It's getting big. I hope Jerry's still here.
Boxcar Jerry, here comes your plant.
It grew.
You're telling me it grew. Holy smokes.
It was like, I think it was like this big when I got it. It grew.
Wow.
But this is a stevia plant.
Oh, so you can eat the leaf.
You can eat the leaf. I could eat it right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. See? Stevia.
Yeah.
So this is the pure leaf. If I put like 2 or 3 of these in, because it's fresh, it's going to take more
Right.
to do it. But if I take one of these off, here's a leaf right here.
Yeah.
And if you taste it, it's sweet. You can taste the sweetness in it.
And look, there's your carrots.
They're still there.
They're still there.
They're so yummy. Now, like I said, I'd have to Google it again, and you could also. This white stuff here is stevia, pure stevia, no additives. If you go to the store and you buy it, it's always going to have extra like sugar and fillers in it because it doesn't have enough for each of the packets. So they fill it with fillers and sugar and other junk. So I get pure stevia, and you have to order it online and make sure it's 100% pure. Now this looks white because this is from getting the sweetness off of the leaves. There's a process.
of like you soak it in water or something, and then you get the stuff to come off the leaves, and then you dry it, and I don't know. There's a process, but it's not supposed to be a bad process.
Right.
Some people get leery of this because it's white, and so if you're leery of that, you can get the real stevia plant. It's 100% pure. Nobody did anything to it. And then if you want to preserve it for later and you don't want to do that process, you can dry the leaves and grind it, and then you'll have green stevia. So it'll be a little less sweet than the white stuff I just showed you. It'll have a little bit, depending on what you're using it for, you might have just a tiny bit of that herby, grassy, I don't know what you call it, taste, but it will still sweeten it. But it'll be a green powder if you dry this and grind it up just from the whole leaf. Now, if you get just the sweetness particles off of the leaf itself, then it will be more of this color. But it's more of a process because you like I said, I have to look it up again, but you like soak it in water and the sweetness things come off, and then you have to dehydrate that. And that probably takes a while. It's probably like boiling maple syrup. It takes a while, right? And then you could have something more refined like this, but still you didn't do anything bad to it.
Right.
But no, I don't know. I think just one of those leaves will do a tea just fine. It depends how sweet you like things. Everybody's different, right? So yeah, so if any of you are trying to reduce on your sugars, you can do whatever you wish. I'm not your doctor, but I myself don't like any of the man-made sweeteners that are supposed to be like low or no sugar. I don't trust it. That's just me. And then plus aspartame already affects me. I already know this because I get an instant headache. And then from the research, I'm not really wanting to be a part of that. And now he comes from the outdoors.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at this plant. It's huge. It grew.
There. Yeah,
There.
I know.
Now, I've not harvested from a real stevia plant other than eating some of the leaves before in the past when my mom's had one. This is my first time having my own baby stevia plant. My own baby. I just know I was reading the stuff up here the other day, and I'm not going to read through it now, but it said something that it's best to harvest, if you're going to harvest the leaves, it's best to harvest it when the white flowers come.
Oh,
So I'm going to assume, I'd have to research the why, but I'm going to assume maybe the leaves are the sweetest at that point, maybe?
oh yeah.
Maybe they're the biggest and the sweetest. Anyways, I'll have to look into it. But I got this from I did not grow this from seed. I got this from my local nursery. And I think it's well worth the investment. I think it was only like, I don't know. I'm going to say it was like $3 maybe. But it was smaller at the time when I got it. It wasn't this big. Yeah, I know it wasn't this big because it was about the size of my peppers and my tomato plants, and they were way shorter than that. So it's been doing a lot of growing. Oh, okay. Jojo's gonna go.
What you drinking? What are you drinking?
I am drinking Simply brand lemonade. Since I haven't made I'd rather just make my own, but because of the circumstances, I'd rather some things be more convenient so I can be in my own little zone more. So it's a Simply brand lemonade, which I think, yeah, they have it there too in Canada. And this one was like a lemonade with raspberry. I think it's lemon raspberry lemonade. So it's supposed to be as pure of a lemonade you can get in a store. It's still, not it is what it is. I guess it tastes good.
Yeah.
And then I mixed it with some ginger ale to give it a little bubbly. And I first put ice in the cup. So it's like ice, the lemonade with the ginger ale. And it tastes good and it makes my stomach feel nice.
Oh, that's
Excuse me. So JoJo, I hope that they win.
you complain about me burping.
I did it one time. You kept doing it over and over again and loudly.
Love you.
Well, you were belching all the time, and then you have your little sidekick was belching, and no, not belching. I don't know what he was doing. So
I don't know what he was doing. I got him hooked up and closed the door.
I don't know. I think he's getting into his game, maybe, and that's okay. I just didn't really want to hear that on the stream the whole time. That's all.
Right.
I see Lisa's asking, any news on your return to Canada, Fishy? No? At this moment in time, I don't have any plans of returning. Now, maybe that'll change down the road, but right now, let's just say Ron and I overall were fine. It's when other parties got into the picture and decisions, and it made it very hard for me. It's not just that, though. It's also because I was there for almost a year's worth, and I don't want to make any flags go up because we were told at the border the second time that I really should look into getting a green card so that, because some people take advantage of like trying to get out of taxes, taking on the medical system or different things that I wasn't doing. But it's kind of like writing bad checks, right? If people that purposely write bad checks made it bad for other people that are very honest and wouldn't write a bad check. So that's like me. I just wanted to be there to experience Canada and to be with Ron. But under the circumstances, I emotionally cannot go back there. Plus, I already knew I couldn't go back there till I have a green card because I don't want to cause any issues between the countries and be like banned or something because I don't want to do that. So it's a combination of no, there's no set dates at the moment in regards to that. So there was a lot of trials when I was over there with other people involved. To tell you the truth, if it was just Ron and I and there was nobody else involved, it would have been just fine. It's when there's other people involved, it gets to be hard. And then plus that adds to I don't know a lot of people around there, and it was I was not isolated. I could leave anytime I wanted, but I felt that way just because I'm in a new spot and not a lot to say. So it was hard for me. But like I say, Ron and I are good. And we're going to figure things out. And we'll keep you updated. Right, Ron?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a light way of saying it was just hard. But when it was just Ron and I, it was good. And then the length of time. I don't want to jeopardize anything. So there's some things that Ron has to figure out on that end. And then he at least will be coming to visit and we'll be figuring out things from there.
Yep.
In regards to if things will work between us enough that we get married. If not, then maybe we'll figure out other things or not. I mean, I don't know. You guys are on the journey with us. So they're here for the ride. I mean, ultimately, that was our original goal. Our original goal was to go from where we're at now to getting married and then pursuing the green card because we would want to get married because we want to get married. And then the side effect of being married, then we're family in two different countries, which would make the green card process. You still have to go through the process. Some people think you just automatically something, but you're not. You still have to go through the process, but it's supposed to be a little bit easier if you have a family member in that opposing or the other country. And we would only get married if that still feels like the right thing for both of us. We're not going to just do it for the green cards, like some people might think. That would be quite the
the investment and quite the commitment for just that. But if we do, then they'll make that side of things a little easier. Right?
Right.
So, there you go. There's a long way of saying there's no plans of me going back to Canada. Hopefully we can get other things figured out. And either way, Ron is planning to come this way for a visit sometime soon. And at the moment that's another thing. Lisa, you're later in the chat, so you don't know this yet, that I do have a job here locally. So I'm not able to just run off and do whatever, because I do have a part-time job here locally at a senior center, which I really, really enjoy. I get to bake cake and cobblers. I get to clean. I mean, not that that's a great thing, but I know how to do it, right? I do office-y things, telephone things, and the biggest thing of all, I get to interact and visit senior citizens, because we give them a place to get together. Things like bingo and just socialization. It's not a place where they stay overnight. It's not an assisted living or a nursing home. It's just a place from 8:30 to 4. They can come in and do some different activities, and I get to be a part of that. So that's a part-time job. I'm looking at other things, maybe online or more local things. I'd like to do more things online, because that would give me a little bit more flexibility. So if I wanted to travel to a different state, or if one day I did want to visit Canada again, that I'd have that opportunity. But right now, I do need to be able to make more money. So even if it was just a for now thing, I do need to figure out more local and or online ways to do so. So the senior center is part-time, and it's a start. So.
Yep.
Gemma's Journey's in the house, by the way.
Hi, Gemma. How you doing? Good to see you. It's nice out here. It's nice and cool.
I do it for the cakes, said Bri. Oh, by the way, I get to use a KitchenAid at the senior center, so that's nice. Do you remember Butch and Mary? Butch was from the States and Mary was from Canada. They got married but had to split time between both places for his medical. Oh, okay. I do remember the names. I never knew them, I guess, but I do remember the names. And the coffee. Are you talking you would work there for that, or you would just go there for that? Made some meatballs, Ron, with your barbecue sauce. Tasty. There you go. Brian did.
Oh. Nice.
Gemma said she was at your drum playing stream, just so you know.
Oh, was she? Yeah, because I wasn't really paying attention to the track because I was busy playing the drums.
Yes. So that's another thing. There's just so many things in life. That's why it's just one day at a time, because it's not only just moving back here, but just seeing where life leads me in regards to where I live, who I'm with, and all that, So it ends up being a lot of like, because, and Ron knows this too, that I've talked to him about this, that he knows I will not put up with any more stuff, because I dealt with that with my ex for over 17 years. So I got to be very careful for my own well-being.
Yes.
With anybody, be it Ron, be it family here, be it friends, acquaintances, work people, anybody. I am not putting up with that crap no more.
Yep.
Although Ron even told me that in the past, though. He told me to not let that ever happen, even from himself. So he's a big help of where I'm at in that regards. Fishy, I'm back. Can't sleep because too loud in the house for me. Well, I hope we're not being too loud for you, Paige.
Too loud in the house. Well, Paige, just go out and tell everybody, shut up, I'm trying to sleep.
And then, yeah, well, now we have some new people in here, just so you know. Like I said, okay, I'm renting a place here from a friend, at least for now, hoping to get my own place in the near future, or our own place, or however this all works out. Yeah, it'd be nice to have my and or our, like I said, it kind of depends on what things are going on, own turf. That would be good.
Right.
And then this Thursday, Brian and I are going to attempt to do a game stream again. So if anybody here is interested in that, keep that in mind. I'm doing good, Gemma. Gemma, you know, you and I should chat sometime. It's been quite a while. I mean, you and I chatted at one point, but I couldn't tell you when it was. It's probably been a year, huh? I know, because I think I was it's probably been over a year. I think I was still at the house when I last remember talking to her on a video call. So it's probably been about a year and a half or more. Time flies, though. I was in Canada for almost a year. So it doesn't feel like that happened either. So, yeah, a year and a half, 2 years. Oh, now it's starting to
rain?
Yeah, we're supposed to get some storms, I think. Speaking of which, if anybody didn't see that I wasn't happy. The camera didn't pick it up as well as I wanted, but there was very much what I call egg-looking shaped clouds, and it made me nervous yesterday when I saw that. No, 2 days ago. I'm sorry, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Because that made me think of that tornadoes were going to come through. Because the last time I saw them that defined and that many of them, there happened to be, at the time they call them F4 tornado. I think they've changed their way of saying it. But at the time it was called an F4 tornado, which is one of the strongest tornadoes that is known to man. And it literally took our neighbor's house and barn and whatever was there all gone. You would never know there was a farm place there.
And nowadays, the category is an F5.
What now?
Nowadays, according to a real big tornado is like an F5. F5s are the most destructive.
Well, they do have a range. They still had a range up to F5 at that point.
Yeah.
I think that wasn't really known, or it's more rare than the F4. F4 was usually the most.
Mm.
Different people have different opinions, be it somebody's messing with the weather or not. I've just heard that the weather has been more strange and more aggressive as of late. Be it just natural or be it it's manipulated. I know for sure, but I've noticed there are some more violent storms, it seems like.
Well, the climate is changing. It goes through changes every so many million years, and we're going through the change.
That's why I'm saying it might be just natural, or maybe
there are 47 volcanoes that have gone off, which are contributing to the change of the climate.
I guess I wouldn't surprise either way, because sometimes people talk big and it's nothing, and sometimes they make it seem like nothing and it's actually more than what meets the eye.
Oh, I know. The government wants to think it's all us doing the climate change. No, there's 47 volcanoes going off, you moron.
Well, be careful now. We got to be careful on the channel here.
Yeah.
And Uncle Brian says 30-ish years. So maybe every 30-ish years it does that.
Oh.
But yeah, Gemma, if you want to talk, I'll see if you send me an email, we'll do it. If not, we'll do it another day. Okay? Well, the UK has had real heavy rain and wind when usually June is very hot. I'm still wearing either my long dresses with sleeves or a hoodie and leggings. Okay, so it's been a little different there, but I know it's going to be, it does that in variety each year. It's just, it could be just that. It could be just that because we don't live here forever. We only live to so long, and then the next batch of people live, right? So maybe this generation of meteorologists just not seen it this strong, but maybe in the past they did. I don't know. Just be safe out there, no matter the cause. Just be safe. That's number one.
Oh, we've had violent storms through the 50s and 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's like,
Oh, Paige says, see you later, fishy. Gonna make peanut butter muffins. That sounds good, Paige.
oh, that's different. Peanut butter muffins. Oh,
Yeah, but those are good. I can't have them because I'm staying away from peanut butter, but they sound very good. And I'm only staying away from peanut butter because the last times I tried it, it affected my breathing. It has nothing to do with anti-peanut butter or anything.
no, but you can. Yeah, that's one thing you got to find out and see if you're get an allergy test done for peanuts.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's the peanuts or if it's the something in the peanut butter. I've only Google searched it thus far, and they say sometimes you can be allergic or hyper whatever sensitive to something that's actually in the peanut butter, not necessarily the peanut itself.
Right.
I'd rather not find out right now because last time it was horrible. I'm okay without having any peanuts. They're trying not to. I accidentally had some that one day and didn't get too bad. Remember? Ron got a little bit scared, I think. I did that by accident, and it had been a long time since I accidentally had some. So I wanted to make sure you knew, though, in case something
Right.
happened. Then you know why and what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he wasn't so thrilled that day. He was very serious, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because I think you were on the phone with me when I've had it happen. Or you were talking to me anyways at the time. Virtually, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He shakes his head. Oh, what a day. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, folks. You're going to see Brian and I and maybe the bonus of Ron doing the game stream. And what else? I'm growing stuff, yeah. Got a job. Is there anything you guys want to see? I'm looking for content ideas. Basically, Monday through Wednesday, I work part of the day.
Oh, what?
What?
Look at my nice green grass growing way in the back.
Oh, wow. That looks like a carpet now.
Yeah, I know.
You did a good job.
Yeah, remember that was all not growing grass. That was all mud back there, right?
Yep, it was.
All from seed.
Like some ideas I had for content, by the way. I wrote it down on my other page here. I write things in my notebook. What did I have on here? Well, I still have to compare chocolate. Better do that before it turns white or something on me, right? I have like 3 different chocolates I gotta sit down and compare.
Yeah, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all these chocolate chips.
You have chocolate chips, do you?
Yeah.
Well, then use them. Make chocolate chip cookies or something.
Do I look like a baker to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, or you could just eat them. Just eat them like chocolate. Just don't eat too much because you can't have too much chocolate. You can make fudge with them. Do you like fudge?
Yeah.
Because if you mix the chocolate chips and it's like maybe condensed milk or I don't know, there's some easy recipe you can mix together and make fudge.
Well, we eat the rest of the brownies. The brownies are all gone.
Oh. Anyway, so I got, what was that stuff called? Belgium, right? I have Belgium chocolate. There
Yeah.
was another chocolate that JoJo picked out that she said I need to compare it to. It was like, I don't know if it was Cadbury or there was something. And then I got a Hershey bar because I want to compare both the Hershey bar next to the Belgian chocolate. The only reason I haven't done it yet is somebody had said that they want to see me taste it because I've done a lot of videos where you just see it but you don't see me. So it's like one of those days where I feel okay with showing me eating it, which could be probably any day. It's just doing it. So I'm going to be doing that here shortly. I got a Mr. Beast chocolate bar that I'm going to show you guys. It's the new and improved Mr. Beast. And if you don't know who Mr. Beast is a very, very famous YouTuber who has Mr. Beast chocolate bars in pretty much every Walmart around the world. So, or wherever Walmart is, just go look. America and Canada for sure. Maybe it's not elsewhere, but yeah. And then what else did I write down? I wrote down walks and cooking. So I thought maybe if I go for a walk around the lake, maybe I can videotape me doing that. If I go to the stores, I figure maybe I could bring you with me to the stores, be it like a secondhand store, grocery store. I don't know, if I go to like Five Below or Hobby Lobby or something. And then, of course, cooking. I can still do cooking videos. So if you guys have any ideas, give me ideas, because I might be getting busier in life with work and stuff, but I still need some fresh or more things I could be doing that I'm not thinking of that I could do. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know we've actually went 2.5 hours now.
I see that. Hey, okay, let's keep going.
We got 7 people in here right now, so I don't know.
We'll just keep going. I'm gonna go in and use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. So here, you look at my backyard. There you go.
Yeah, maybe we'll go for another half hour, then I'll probably be done. Anyways, so folks in my friends here in the chat, do you have any ideas? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could do a day in a life with Fishy. Would that be something you'd like to see? Where basically I videotape like when I get up and, you know, just kind of to some degree show you what I do in a day. Maybe do that on a day when I'm working so you can see some more of the stuff I do at my work. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that you guys would be interested in watching. Because I want to do things I like to do, but right now I'm needing some more fresh ideas. I think maybe that I like to do, would do. Yeah. Give me ideas! I'm planning to do the gaming stream starting Thursday with Brian. What else? Oh, I know. I was going to do a collaboration with some people in regards to talking about past, like it could be like past abuse or maybe just healing from anything. It doesn't have to be abuse, I suppose. It could be healing from being an alcoholic or maybe somebody who's dealt with a lot of depression or something. Maybe it could be a variety of things. I don't know. I myself was focused on thinking like I myself was in verbal abuse in the past, so I could maybe touch base on that a little bit again and then bring you up to where I'm at now and how the journey's been thus far. And I thought I could reach out and see if other people would want to participate, be it in a video on their own or be it in a live stream that we could do it together. But we could do collabs too of different kinds. It doesn't have to be just that, though. We could do other things too. We could talk about, what do you call that? Different things too. I could talk about my POTS syndrome. Ron could talk about his, what's it called, ADD and how that affects his life and how he's improved it on his own because he wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to think of ideas, Mr. Sideways.
How you doing? What's going on?
So, because I don't think you've really talked about your ADD other than a passing, you know.
It's just an idea. Nobody's going to force you to do it, but if you wanted to share it, you might change somebody else's life out there that's also dealing with something similar.
You know, let's just say our brains are wired just a little bit differently.
I know, and it's not something you got to talk about today, but I was just trying to think of other content ideas, and I was thinking, and you probably heard me talking about, I was in past abuse, so I could talk about, touch a little bit, and then kind of talk where I'm at now in my journey, because that could touch somebody else's life that's been through there, and maybe they're not quite as far as I am, even though I'm not out that much, but if they're still in it, or they're just freshly out of it, I know when I was in it and or when I was freshly out of it, it really meant a lot to me when I could hear real people talking about their real journey, be it in a video or be it acquaintances or friends or relatives. Now I've been hearing it from even some relatives. It's nice to hear it from other people. It's just something you can relate to. You can see that there's potentially light at the end of the tunnel. And you're not alone. And that could be with anything, though. That's why I said it could be about abuse, but it could be about syndromes or just things we deal with. Like, that's why I pointed out you have an ADD. It's just something you've decided to figure out so that you keep going in life. Or like me with my POTS. I know my boundaries of POTS, and I gotta be.
Well, your mind kind of wanders away from the task that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you got to try and stop that from happening by trying to concentrate on what you're doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I had a few setbacks when I was growing up because of it.
Well, yeah, but you adjusted.
Yeah, it took a lot of learning, a lot of reading to figure out what was going on and how to deal with it. And I dealt with it my own way and started doing things. You can tell me how to do something, right?
Right.
Or less mechanical stuff, but show me how to do it. I'm more of a visual person. You show me how to take something apart, I'll tell you it apart. And then put it back together again.
Right.
You can tell me how to tell it apart, and I'll be like standing there looking at, okay, where do I start?
Although I don't think you have to have the ADD for that, because I'm a very visual person myself.
Yeah.
So like the job with the dishwasher, for example, you have to turn a switch on and push a button to turn on, and you got to do the opposite to turn it off. It's pretty easy. But I have to actually physically do it for it to get grooved into my brain, because I'm a very visual, hands-on person, and who knows, maybe I haven't undiagnosed something less degree of what you have or something too. Who knows?
Well, people, see, I can't spell with the shit.
Oh.
All right. Although my spelling has gotten better.
Because you practice on it, right?
Yeah. My reading is not all that great either. I can read some words. Okay, how do you pronounce this word? I get sitting there and looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, I give up on it, right? That's how I was.
Do the words kind of flip around on you, or they're just hard to do?
Yeah, sometimes I see letters that are not there. Basically,
I know some family members that have that.
Yeah. So. It's hereditary.
Remember it might be hereditary, but do you remember I was finding that B vitamins? Wasn't it B3? There's a B vitamin that's supposed to help. It can't hurt you anyways. So it would be interesting. If you're going to be the guinea pig, just try and see what happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it can skip generations too.
Right. But I would say... Yeah.
Like my dad had it. Okay, he had ADD.
Mm-hmm.
Either attention deficit syndrome. My brother Roy didn't, but my brother Russell had a little bit.
Right.
And of course, then my brother Robert, he's fine, but now I have it. You see how it can skip?
Mhm.
So I have a son and a daughter. My son has it worse than I do,
Right.
right? But my daughter don't have it.
Hmm.
So
Well, like
the
myself.
and the other contributing factor to how Robert is because he was basically premature. He wasn't full term.
Right, and that could be a factor too for him.
Yeah, but he was at a good weight. He was what was it? 5 pounds 4 ounces.
Right, he could have been smaller.
Yeah. So he was basically 7-month term.
Okay, yeah, he was early then. Yep.
Yeah, he was 2 months early.
But something interesting that I came across just lately of just 2 people I can think of online just recently that they later in life got diagnosed with ADHD, and they went through life frustrated of different things, but they didn't know why things weren't going good.
You'd be surprised.
Diagnosis doesn't fix it, but at least they know why they're different. So I know 2 people on YouTube that just recently got diagnosed, and they're both like in their 40s or beyond.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people don't realize that they have it.
So that's why
You know.
some of the things you say makes me things that I deal with, but it doesn't mean I have something, but it would be kind of interesting. Maybe I do. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I do, it'd be light. It's not something severe. Like some people, it's pretty obvious they have something pretty severe.
Yeah.
Or moderate. So I don't, if I had some kind of diagnosis, it's not going to change my life. And I don't think it would be heavy. But I just found it interesting. There's people around my age or older that are right now getting diagnosed with this. And they didn't know why they were the way they were. I mean, maybe. It was hard for me to, I don't know if this has anything to do with what you're dealing with, but I'm definitely a visual, hands-on person. And I can't hold on to info. I never have been able to hold on to things. I have to read, like, okay, for college, for example. I had to read a page, like, let's say 5 times, and I might remember it, where there's other people that can just look at it one time and they can ace their test. Like, I had to really work to remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that means anything, but I just know those are struggles, be it a diagnosis or not.
Right.
My brain doesn't hold on to things very well. Unless I've been through it enough times, like what I learned as a kid, like cooking from scratch.
Yeah.
I did it so many times as a child, I think that's why I'm pretty good at it now. But to learn things on paper, to read it, does not sink into my brain as easy as actual doing something.
Yeah.
And like you said, for what you have, it skips people. It's kind of like me. I have that POTS syndrome. And as far as I know, there's nobody else in, like, sibling-wise. I'm the oldest of 8. And nobody else really has any health issues, and they don't have any syndrome like I do. I'm the only one. Now, my birth was, what do you call that? It was prematurely started. What do you call that? Induced. That's the word. I was induced. So I don't know if any of that has any reason, or I don't know what the reasons, but something at some point helped me to have what I have.
Yeah.
Nobody else in my family has been induced. That's why I thought maybe it could be something to do with that, but I don't know. It's all guesses, but it's something I just have to, I don't know if it ever can be cured, but it can definitely be maintained and controlled under the right circumstances through diet, mild exercise, sleep, hydration, and the biggest thing of all is that I have to keep that stress way low.
Yeah.
And that's why I have to be careful what my decisions are in life. Because after all those years with my ex, I can't have any more of those really bad stressful events like I also had when I was in Canada. I can't have anymore. So, no more.
Hey, you remember that plant that was real close to the deck that I cut right down
Yeah,
to the ground? Like cut it right down.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
It came
Look at
back.
that. Look at that thing. Look how big it is.
And I think Sunflower's behind in the conversation here. She's talking about cheese and bread and ketchup.
Yeah, look how big that plant's gotten. Look at it.
That's crazy. Yeah, that got really big.
Remember when we moved in, it wasn't that big.
No, it wasn't. It was pretty close to the earth. Maybe it needed that major trim.
Yes, well, I cut it right down to the ground.
All right, I'm just letting Sunflower know because she's talking about bread,
Yeah.
cheese, and other things. So I think she's a little behind. at the moment. It happens. I've had that happen too in chats, and it's like,
Yeah.
now what are you doing?
My dinosaurs are happy. Look.
Well, get closer to him. We want to see him. He's so cute.
Hey? Oh, look. There's my dragon.
The dragon was my favorite, but I don't know. It's between that or the T-Rex. Those are,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like.
And then my two little raptors.
Yep. I know you
Yeah.
love your raptors. You like your dinos. Your
Well,
dragon.
look. Well, look. He's coming out of the bushes, right?
So you know, since you like dragons and stuff, you should really try some dragon fruit.
I love dragons. It's a mythical creature. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't represent evil or nothing. It's just like, oh, you.
Oh, well, it's kind of like
Yeah.
fairies. People are into fairies and stuff or something. It doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think dragons are cool looking.
Yeah, because some people think some of that stuff is
Yeah.
bad. It's all in how you think of it, I think, and what you do with
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
It's
I
kind
know.
of like holidays. If you celebrate holidays, if you go and bow down to the Christmas tree, now that's overdoing it.
Oh, stop. It's a tree. We decorate with the presents on it and it looks pretty. It doesn't
I
mean
know, but
anything.
I'm just saying. Yeah. You know what I mean, right? I mean, if somebody wants to, and that's up to them to do in their own house, but that's getting more extreme.
You know, these people need to get a life. You know
We
what
all
I mean?
Well, we
Like,
all need to
really?
make a decision on what we celebrate and why we're celebrating it.
Yeah.
Because there's just like everything else, there's a balance in lots of things in life. There's a balance of what foods you should be eating. Because I think we should have like the color of the rainbow in regards to foods. You know?
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah.
Yes, you have your grill. I've been content with the one I have. I know it's not as nice as the one you have, but it's still a propane. That's what I wanted. I wanted a gas grill. I
Mhm.
already know if we had a charcoal one, I would not be really using it. It would be too much. Okay, there's certain things that are too much work in life, and I wouldn't do it. And I already know that. And I already know that with that, I would not have the passion enough to do a charcoal grill.
Well, the price is right. It was on sale.
Well, and a charcoal one is even cheaper, but it would not get
Yeah.
used. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be worth it. No,
Yeah.
because the grill I'm using, you got it for like, wasn't it under $100 or basically $100, something like that. With tax, I suppose it'd be about $100.
Yeah, $102 with tax.
Yeah, because I think it was advertised at like $98 or something.
Actually, it was $95.
Oh, was it? Okay. Well, I knew it was 90 something, but then with tax.
So,
But I think it's cutesy. It does what I need.
you know, that one day when we had extra people over, then it would have been nice to have what you have there. But if it's
Mhm.
just me cooking for myself, or my friend here using it for herself, or whatever, it's enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, she was so eager to have grilled food tonight, she ran out between the rain to grill. She was determined. But at least she's like
Well-
me. She thinks ahead, so she does a heap. So now she's got some for other days, and with that nice grilled taste. So,
Well, I figured, of course, the other thing I was thinking too when I was down there, staying with you, when I took you back, I thought, if I'm going to be here for a week, I'll be damned if I'm not going to go a whole week without grilling.
well, we have the ability now. If I was in a, that's the
Yeah.
only. If I'm in an apartment, then we can't do that or something. So it'd be nice to be able to
Right.
have a house again at some point after this. Gotta figure out.
So, yeah, that way, you see, when I come down there to visit, hey, I can still grill.
Yep. Well, hopefully, eventually, you'll just bring your big grill this way, huh? You gonna bring that baby with?
Well, I'm not parting from this thing. This is one of the best gas grills I have ever bought.
Toy Man, get a live Komodo dragon for a pet. They get up to 250 pounds and thrive in your yard, bro. That's what this person said. And this person's been really awesome. They've been commenting on my videos and been very positive, wonderful people.
Yes, I know all about the Komodo dragon. It's a big eating machine
Is it?
that will grab a human and it will eat you very, very quickly. While you're still alive, by the way.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
And they don't just bite into you, they rip you apart.
Yeah, where do these things live anyway? I don't want to go visit there, wherever they live.
Well, they can swim.
Yeah, well, where do they live, though?
Somewhere. It's the largest living lizard
Oh,
that's on the planet right now.
but
They've been around since the dinos. Okay, that's how
where
old
do
they
they live? Oh, here we go. The Philippines. That's
Yeah.
where.
Yeah, and their houses are built on stilts.
Oh,
You know, for the villagers back in the day, they used to put their houses on stilts because the Komodo dragons would come in and take the little babies.
I think those need to. I think they just need to die, and then we don't have that problem anymore.
Those things will eat anything.
I mean, that's. Well, I don't like them. Them meaning the dragons we're talking about, and I don't like grizzly bears because they both have a problem.
Yeah, I think the Komodo dragon can actually, I think it can run 25 miles an hour,
Wow.
if not faster.
Well, even if they're not fast, I know that
Right.
basically if they get you, then they can find you later. And
Well, here's the thing about the Komodo dragon is that there's a lot of bacteria in their saliva, so when they bite you, you can get away, but then all that saliva and stuff
it
infect
paralyzes.
your body and start slowing you down. And they will track you. They will hunt in packs. They will track you down. And when you can't move anymore, I just move right in and just rip you apart.
Yeah.
They're not going to wait for you to die. They're going to, he's still alive. He's just going to be good tasting. They just bite into you and just rip you apart.
Yes, last time I clocked mine.
Well.
No, because that's the thing. You're not even numb from it. You feel everything. That would be
Yeah,
horrible.
exactly.
Because I think I've seen was it a deer? I think I saw some video with a deer, and it was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll just tear right into. They don't care where they're biting. As soon as they lock onto you, they'll just rip you right apart.
Oh, I saw Komodo dragons at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Yeah, those are big. They're not.
Yeah,
You
that's
see one of
not
those
a
coming
way-
towards you, you better run.
That's not a way I want to go. You know, the day, I'm sure that's what most people would want. The day I go would be nice to just be, you just basically are gone and that's it. You don't know nothing, basically.
Yeah, go to sleep. You lay down and go to sleep, and you don't wake up.
Yeah, either that or, I mean, it'd be a little tragic, but I have a friend that died in a car crash, but we already know she died instantly because of the circumstance. And it was so sad she died, but at least we're pretty sure it was pretty so quick that she wouldn't have known a thing.
Right.
Anyways, now I'm going to have nightmares about dragons eating me. Great. Why is it so dark in there?
Because I'm in the house.
Don't you turn lights on in your house?
No.
Oh.
Because I'm going outside.
Oh! Saving your electricity, right?
Well, you know.
Well, you're saving your electricity, but at the same time, somebody else is playing games, so you're not really saving electricity, but you're trying.
I don't need the lights on because I'm not in there.
I just ate this whole thing of watermelon. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you know what happens when you eat watermelon?
Oh,
You gotta pee every 2 seconds. I did this yesterday before my friend came over for the walk, and I was in the bathroom probably like 4 times before she came over.
oh yeah.
I'm saying this because that's where I'm gonna go right now. Okay?
Oh, you're gonna go have a nice little conversation with Johnny.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Well, not really. I don't know. Am I sorry? I sit on Johnny every day, sometimes multiple times a day. But just know, I do all the action. He just sits there, literally. That's it. And he's stone cold, stiff as a rock. Anyways,
Oh, at least it's stiff.
not floppy. All right, I'll be back.
Oh, well. There we go. Oh, uh, been replaced by by a Johnny Bull. I've been replaced by a Johnny Bull. That's funny. Anyway. Yeah, so ribs tomorrow on the grill. Yeah. I do most of my cooking on this gas grill when it's not raining. Of course, if it's raining, well, then I usually wait. Then I go, oh, okay. I got about an hour before it starts to rain again. I'll come running out. I'll get the grill fired up and start cooking on there. And then if it starts raining while I'm cooking, then I'll just finish it up on the stove. But try not to use the stove too much because I love grilling, and grilling your food is the best way to go. So, you know. Like I said, this next grill that I bought from Home Depot, it's one of the best grills I've ever bought. So better be for $800. So we used the searing burner twice. I cooked a roast on here. I still got to do a chicken. I haven't road tested or eat a chicken on here yet. But I bought the deluxe model, and it's a dual it's dual gas, so it's either propane or natural gas. So I can hook this up to a natural gas line if I want, or leave it as propane, and I just choose to leave it as propane. I got 3 propane tanks. And it lights up at night. Got lights on.
Are you talking about your grill?
Yeah, I'm talking about my grill. Yeah,
My hair is getting longer.
guys, I see that. Looking good too, baby.
I fly away. So yeah, in regards to visiting, whenever that happens, you'll definitely know, everyone. We'll document it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that goes on. People being naughty to people.
You know, the funny thing is, you know, when we bought the barbecue tools,
Yeah.
they're next grill tools.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then we got that wooden paddle to clean the grill with.
Yeah, that's also that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the one you have, I don't think is next gear or whatever, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not next grill. The paddle I got that paddle from Home Depot. Remember?
It still works just great, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of funny. Well, eventually, if you do come this way, then I guess we'll have extra tools.
Well, instead of using a wire brush like a lot of people do on their grills, and they're wondering why their grills are rusting out, don't do that. Go and buy one of these paddles, and basically, every time you clean the grill, see how it burns in, and it shapes through the grill.
And yours is going to do more of that because the one we have here, as you know, is a little lesser.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, you know, once I'm not here, she might want to buy that and we can maybe upgrade it, or maybe by then you'll bring yours this way. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, you're not scraping the coating off the grill. You're just basically taking the charred stuff off.
Hey, so does that mean I get to go cut my hair yet?
I don't know.
You don't
Cut
know?
your hair long. I've
What?
had this grill for almost a year now, right? Almost a year.
When did you get it? Well, you got it after you moved.
We got it after we moved in here. Look at it. And since I've had it, you see any rust on the grill?
Because you got it 4 months after I was there.
Yeah.
The first time. And you've had it since then. So it'll be like,
Hey, look at that.
because let's see, 4 plus 6, 7, 8. You probably had it for like 8 months or something. Because I was gone for a couple months. Well, now it's been longer actually. 8, 9, 10. So it's probably been 10 months. Hey, we got somebody from Germany. I'm mostly German, actually.
Cheers from Germany. Hello. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, how you doing? What's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, because that is actually my heritage. I am mostly German. I'm mostly German. And then a little bit like a Norwegian, a dash of Dutch, and then supposedly I have a little French in me too.
Yeah. Well, apparently I'm, for my family's history, I'm Scottish, Irish, and British.
You're Scottish, Irish, and English.
English, yeah. Yeah, English.
British.
So-
Our German friend says I'm a little bit drunk tonight. Well, he's having beer too. He's not
I'm
drunk.
having a beer, but I'm not a little bit drunk, so but
You're enjoying a little bit. I don't know if you didn't get more, did you? Or you got the same ones?
no, I only bought one case.
Were they the cans?
Yeah.
Paying attention, I guess.
Yeah, there's can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's just like, yep.
Yep. Yep.
Now you're showing off his belly. Oh, never mind. Now he moved.
What?
Your belly?
What about leave my belly alone? Yes, I know I'm fat.
I didn't say you're fat. You just like your beer.
That's a fat joke.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a six-pack, all right.
Oh, I like those sayings. It's like, yeah, you should see my six-pack or whatever. I think that's great. But hey, you know what? We're over the 3-hour mark, and I think we chased most everybody away. So I think we'll wrap things up. I'm getting tired. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
But
really
what-
happy that our German friend stopped in, and
Yeah.
you know, all our regulars and all our newbies here, and
Mhm.
the new ones that swam in more recently, and then tonight. I do hope that you'll stick around. Please know that we'll be doing a game stream this next week, and then you never know. There might be. Did you say you might do a train update at some point?
Yeah, I think
Well,
I
are you
should.
talking the train layout, or you're talking the tunnel thing?
Well, I think I'll walk down and shoot the video on the tunnels that they're tunneling underneath the track.
I wanted to do that when I was there, but we never did. So you should.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be good.
Yeah. And of course, as for our German friend here that just tuned in, I am in Canada, by the way. So
Oh yes, he's
Yeah,
in
in
Canada,
Bishop.
and I'm in the States.
Yeah. so
But I hope
Yeah.
I suppose our German friend here, if you're still in here before we end, if you can type before we end. No, I guess it'll be up for a little bit after we end too. What are you drinking? Are you drinking like a German beer, or what do you drink? What's the beverage? Like, my favorite beverage right now, if I do have an alcoholic drink, is that I can't think of what it's called now, but it's that lemonade. You know what it is.
oh yeah, Jack Daniels.
Thank you. But I like the Canadian in the can, not just because it's stronger, but it has a better flavor.
Yeah.
But this one's that one's in a can, and it's stronger and better flavor. And this one, it's still fine, but it's not the same. It tastes different. It's still good. It's just different. They just don't carry the can one. They carry the can thing of the other kinds of the Jack Daniels, I would say like a Coca-Cola and a ginger ale or something, but they don't have the lemonade in a can.
Mm-hmm.
Not at the one that I was looking at. Oh, German wine, by the way.
Oh, German wine. Oh, nice. Nice.
I bet that's good.
Well, yeah, German beer is really good. I've
Well,
had
you're a
some of
beer
that.
person. See, I'm not a beer
Yeah.
person. I've tasted some, and there's some that are better than others, but I'm still not a beer person.
Mhm.
I am more of a, what do you call it, a cooler? Is that what it's called? More of a cooler, sweeter, more of the fruity drinks kind of person. I'm not into the more.
You're more into the coolers or the hard root beer type.
So more of the fruity or sweeter ones. I'm not
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
dry or beer, what tastes like vomit a lot of times to me. You can keep all the vomit yourself.
I'm drinking Bush Ice, so
I don't know. The German says sorry. I don't know what the sorry's for. Sunflower says she's got to go.
All right, so I'll see you later. I'm not sure what the German guy is going. Sorry for what? What are you sorry for?
I don't know. Maybe because Sunflower's got to go.
Oh, I don't know.
Here, it's longer than my. Look, it's longer than my.
Oh, there you go.
I should really get it trimmed because.
You got some dead ends.
Yeah, and it would probably look thicker if I. Cut some of it off.
Don't cut it all off. You look beautiful with these long hair.
I'm not cutting it all off.
I'd only cut off. Okay, the only exception is if wasn't somebody saying I could get like $2,000? I don't know if that's true, but if I could get $2,000 for like, I don't know, maybe up to here on both sides, you know, I'd cut that much off, like this much off, if I could get $2,000 for sure. Otherwise, nope.
How about $2,000 a side? So that's $4,000.
No, that wouldn't work. But no, because if I had it at least to here, I could still probably get it up into a little ponytail. So if I could have it, I would not want to go this short unless I got paid good bucks for this. And I'd have to get paid before I chopped it. I would not want to chop it and then get backed out.
Yeah, exactly. Pay me the money, then you can cut it.
I'll freshly cut and send it. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I would want to see the money. Then I'd probably cry because I do love my hair. But for $2,000, I could let it go for $2,000. Up to there. Anything less than that, then no. I'll just trim it, style it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like my color of hair, but then sometimes I'm like, gee, I kind of want to do like highlights. But all that costs money, so if I get that, that'll be someday when I get the supposed makeover that you talked about, huh? The makeover I heard about a year ago. I'm gonna bring you for a makeover. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we never got around to it. I'm sorry.
What?
I said we never got around to it. My apologies. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe we can still do it in the future.
All right, I'm coming back in the house. I'm going to flip back over onto. I'm going to flip back over onto the computer after I turn a bunch of lights on.
Ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring.
Is it still a voucher for the future, or am I SOL on the thought now?
No, you're not SOL.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, how about you drop out so you can go on the other thing now?
That's what I'm going to do. See?
Yeah.
See ya.
I can hear echo now.
All right. Here we are. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't want to butcher his name up.
Well, that's why I didn't even try, because I don't want to hurt the name. That's why I said our German friend.
You know what? I'll just do it the easy way. I'll go like this.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go.
Oh, you're going to write. Well, they can hear you. You just say hi to them. That's who we've been talking to. That's the German guy.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
So anyway, so that'll be a video for down the road. Whenever if he does hold his word and does this makeover thing in the future, well, you'll see that. If there's like if we do go down that route where there's no official like engagement or anything further, you'll see that. And then of course just him coming to visit. Oh, I know. There's one more little tidbit I can throw out there. It's not defined for sure, but I'm hoping this would work, that it would work out, because a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine from Texas, was up visiting here about a week ago. And this person is the person I used to travel with and show dogs with her, AKC and UKC dog shows. And the dog I showed was actually one she gave me as long as we fed the dog proper dog food, and then I would travel with her and I got to show the dog in these big dog shows. And the dog breed was an American Eskimo dog. Now, my friend used to live in Minnesota and she ended up moving down to Texas, and I haven't seen her in over like 21 or 22 years. It's been a long time and a little bit of a disconnect. But now we're reunited. I got to visit with her while she was here visiting in Minnesota. She lives in Texas.
Oh.
And she let me know here the other day that the National American Eskimo Dog Show is coming up in Texas
and that maybe I should come down and visit her then, and then I could go see that too, and that would be extra cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's later in October, so I'm really hoping that will work out, be it just myself, or if there's somebody else I could go with, be it Ron or something. I don't know. Future plans, but you gotta make plans in the future to make big things work out. So that would mean so much to me because I love dogs already. I used to have an American Eskimo dog. I used to show in these shows, so that would be so, so special. You all still alive? This is awesome. Yeah, I was planning to be done at 2 hours. Now it's been an hour
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah, we've been going for 3 hours, 15 minutes.
But now we are winding down. I am starting to get
Yeah.
tired. I'm thinking that we need to just.
Yeah.
Unless you have something to type there quickly in the chat there, TJ. If you have any ideas for content, go till midnight. No, not tonight.
No, we're not going to midnight, TJ. Give your head a shake, man. Come on. Give
I mean,
your head. Oh, yeah.
Ron's done really long streams. You know, there's only one person watching before, if that. But
Yeah, I know.
I guess.
Oh, hey, but what, you know, we got 15 thumbs up.
I know you're kidding, TJ. We do. That's pretty good.
Yeah. We got 15 thumbs up. Right on.
Yeah, well, thank you to all of you. If you forgot to do it, just hit that thumbs up. It just tells YouTube that you're enjoying what you're watching. And it doesn't, and if you don't do anything, or even if you do a thumbs down, it doesn't hurt me. It just tells YouTube that you're not interested, and they just won't show you. That's all it does.
Yeah,
I know there's some people out there that think, oh, I'll give them a thumbs down. It's going to hurt them. It doesn't. Actually, if you give me a thumbs down, I'm just saying, if somebody out there gives me a thumbs down, that's fine.
it's still interactive.
Interaction.
Yeah.
Did you know giving a thumbs up or thumbs down is still better than nothing? If you do nothing with a thumbs up or down, it's actually worse. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Because it's like it was so terrible you didn't do anything. And then I truly think they should just leave it just thumbs up or a heart, because on other medias, that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Heart more like.
Yeah.
But anyway, because like TikTok or Facebook and these other platforms, they don't give you a thumbs up and a thumbs down. They just have basically it's just a thumbs up if you want, which is a heart usually. I think that would make things easier because then it tells them that you like it, and then they just show you more of that content. Thumbs down is just an extra step they have on YouTube, showing them you decided you don't want to see any more of that content, and then if I go live or have a video, it just won't pop up on your social media. That's all it does. It doesn't hurt anybody.
TJ, I like watching Toyman and Fishy anyways. They're
the best.
Thank you, TJ. I'm glad you think we're the best. You're a good friend. Love you, brother.
And you know what? I do still want to go to Florida one day, too.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We're going to hang out with TJ. And then, of course, we got
The other thing that's on my bucket list.
Fishing with Christina's down there, too, somewhere. Yes?
Yeah. The other thing, the other YouTuber that we got to go see is Frank.
Frank? Do I know Frank? Who's Frank?
Frank. He's in Arizona in Pinal County, and he is a police officer.
Oh, is that the guy that we watched? That guy?
You know, Fridays with Frank.
Oh.
You know.
Well, how are you going to meet him? Break the law?
Yeah, because I'm going to do something to get him to pull me over.
No! Naughty.
Especially when he pulls me over. Do you know you were speeding? Do you know I did that on purpose so you can pull
Oh
me
my
over?
gosh. There's probably people that do that.
Just so I can meet you?
He probably really gave you a penalty then.
Actually, no. We'd probably go into Pinal County and ask, where can we find Officer Frank?
If that's his real name.
And then pull him over.
Yeah, what do you call that? That's a citizen arrest, isn't it?
Yeah.
That makes me think. Here locally, we saw a police officer driving, and I don't remember if it was, I think it was Oh, it's raining. I was like, what's that noise? It was either dark out or raining, one or the other,
Yeah.
and they didn't have their lights on. And they should have, for sure. And so the people I was with was like, should we do a citizen arrest or something, or a citizen stop, or I don't know. They said something about that. So because they should be showing, there's still rules on the road, and they're not above that. So they should be
No.
abiding, because they would pull somebody over for that, but they were doing it. So that was naughty. So anyway, but yeah, if anybody
Right.
has content ideas, let us know what Ron or I can do. I mean, I've been talking about myself, but Ron too, if there's things you want to see him doing, like grilling or playing more drums or whatever, give us ideas. Sometimes as content creators, we get blank. I do, like I read off, I have some ideas. I just got to sit down and do some of these. I do also want to talk more about where I am in life, like I say. A link, please, and I'll do it.
Well, we're not planning on having anybody up on panel right now. It's just
It was just, there's no, and then if I don't know you, I'm not the type to take the risk. That I'm sure you're great, but I don't let up new people just to be on the safe side.
drone content. Okay.
Oh, well, you could do that.
Yeah, I got my drone, but stop telling anybody I'm getting the license.
I can't even hear what he's saying, but anyways, he does have a drone, yes. I wish I had a drone, because that would be great for videos. You have a drone. Maybe I'll have to crash your drone a couple times to get used to it, huh?
Why not? You pay me $375 first, then you can crash the drone, okay?
Oh, okay. Uh-oh, it's getting wet here. Hold on.
What do you mean it's getting wet? What's getting wet?
It's dribbling.
Oh,
Why is it plastic cups do that? Like it's cold and then it gets wet and then it dribbles everywhere, even though there's no crack in it. It's just so wet.
it's called condensate sweating.
So no, I wasn't getting wet. The table was getting wet from the cup.
Drone content. Send it, Ron.
So there you go. You can work on that. So now, TJ, what's something different that I could do that's obviously decent for YouTube to see? There's no, what do you call that? OnlyFans, none of that kind of stuff, obviously.
I'm not sure what they call that.
Yeah, you probably would know.
So, yeah.
You probably would know. Dropping things.
What are you doing now? You silly girl.
You silly guy.
You silly girl. I love you.
You love me?
Yeah.
Well, where are you then? I can't touch you. Can't feel you.
Right here. No.
Yeah, that's only a screen there.
No. Joke telling was Stella. There we go.
I don't know. I gotta think of something exciting that everybody loves to watch, and I don't know what that is.
All right, we got 6 minutes to go.
Okay, we'll go 6 minutes, and then we're gonna be done.
We'll go 6 minutes. So
I know I keep saying I want to be quitting, but I
that
really
gives us the 3.5 hour mark.
Yeah, that sounds good. But so in 6 minutes, if you guys have any content ideas, give me some ideas. I need fresh ideas. I can write them down and see if I can do it.
Yeah. And look, look, I've even dusted the piano.
Did you?
Yeah. It's all
Are
pretty.
you gonna bring me a piano?
Yeah, I'm gonna be bringing that down.
I mean, I don't think you're using it too much.
I play drums. I don't play keyboard.
I miss playing it together with you, though.
I know.
That was fun. Trying to do it virtually, it was never just quite right. Doing it in person, I
Yeah.
kind of wish we could have done more, but
Cooking with oh wait a minute. Cooking with Stella.
Braden,
Brandon,
oh, I could do hair. I could do hair things.
yeah.
I have seen people do that online where they're like, now here's a new one, right? So I could do that. I'm gonna write these ideas down. Otherwise, after the stream, we'll be like, what did that smart guy say?
Yeah. It sucks when some timers set in, right?
Like I said, I
Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't.
I have an undeveloped brain to some degree because, like I said, it took a lot of work for me to just get an average grade on things.
Right.
And it's not like I was slacking. My brain just doesn't hold things well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to write this down. Cooking with Stella. Oh, the other day somebody behind the scenes was telling me maybe I should have my own grilling channel now. They said maybe it could be Fishy's Bar and Grill. Fishy's Bar and Grill. Actually, I think we were talking about doing something on a different channel and changing it up. But anyway, if I ever did a dedicated cooking channel, this is what I came up with. I was like, maybe I should call it Fishy's Gill and Scales or something like that. Fishy's Gill and Scales instead of Fishy's Bar and Grill, because fish have gills and scales. Anyway, all right. It would make some kind of talk anyway, right?
Yeah, I think if we opened up a restaurant, we do good.
Well, I know we could because we both have strengths of different and similar.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would do more if we had baked goods. I would be doing more of the baking.
Yeah.
We could do more of the cooking or the grilling, and then the in-between stuff we could share, I guess.
Yeah.
If we were doing it on our own. You get great barbecue sauce. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could just start as like you'd have to start like almost like something really small, just like.
Well, if I was going to open up a restaurant, just to say, if I was going to open up and try to get into the restaurant business, I would probably have accommodations where truck drivers could park too.
Well, that or
would need a good home cooked meal.
it's true because I know our friend Roy is always talking about food and that.
There is a lot of these small little truck stops that I've stopped at and actually had really great food. All home cooked, none of this other processed shit, you know.
You know how they have those? The only thing I was thinking before you said that is to start out something smaller. You know how they have those little, what are they called?
Food truck?
Bed and breakfast.
Oh, yeah, bed and breakfast, yeah.
Which that'd be a little different. I mean, it's a place for somebody to stay and they eat, but it'd be something, obviously, that would be a pretty small.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these small truck stops that I stopped in, that could only accommodate at least 50 trucks.
Yeah. So, I don't know, but that's a good idea. If you could accommodate different people, not just people with cars.
Exactly. You know, you have to look after the fellow truck drivers. You know, come on. I'm a truck driver myself. So.
Anyway. Well, I suppose we should say bye-bye, huh?
Yep. It's that time, people.
Yeah.
thank you all for tuning in and supporting the channel. Thank you all very much for being here and everything. So thank you for all the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Until the next time on the Toy Man and Fish Show, we'll catch you all later.
Bye for now.
See ya.